That was impeccably timed. You like that?
Yeah.
Hello, my fellow Americans. Unless you're living under a rock, you already know it is election day here in USA. Quote the Borat. My family from USA. Go vote. If you have not voted today, stop what you're doing and go vote. Just stop. Unless you're having a baby. If you're having a baby, continue having the baby. Do not stop what you're doing to go vote if you're having a baby. Keep having the baby.
Yeah.
Unless you are having a baby.
How would that work?
I don't know. There are very few things in life that I think are more important than voting. Having a baby, more important than voting.
Yeah.
If you're having a baby, keep having the baby. If you're not having a baby, stop what you're doing and go vote if you have not.
What's up, Jackal? What's up, Skoden?
If you are an eligible voter and you have not voted, go vote. I will take it as a personal insult if you are an eligible voter and you do not vote. Go do it. I'm happy to report that 100% of our company has voted.
Yes.
We have achieved 100% voting as a company today. Everyone has voted. If you did not vote, 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 vote. Because then, if your candidate loses, you can complain. If you don't vote and your person loses, you don't get to complain. You have to shut up and just take it. Just suffer the consequences of your L. But if you vote, you can complain. So yes, it is election day, Tuesday. We're going to be having an unscheduled stream today.
Unscheduled stream.
Unscheduled special election day stream. Let's go. First build on the... I should say what we're building, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're building a hero for Alex Y. That is our first build that is on the agenda today. The slate. The build slate. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
The build slate. Is it a slate or an agenda? Or is it both?
Could be both.
Both? Non-binary. It's a slate and an agenda. It is both a slate and an agenda, I'm told. I have it on good authority. You can be both. So hopefully everyone's having, is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, yeah.
Yes.
Election day is always on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we have all voted as a company. I need my little screwdriver, Bratsky. Oh, look at that. I just started the stream and I'm already missing the tool. Time me. I'm not going to walk really fast.
How are your days going, guys? Fix the camera, it's a little tilted. Welcome back.
I now have the little screwdriver that I need. I was not prepared. And then follow my own advice, Brad. I showed up for the stream and I was not as prepared as I should have been. What a loser. What a loser. Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Yeah. Where's that from again?
It sounds like a Jim Carrey thing. It's got to be a Jim Carrey thing.
I can see beef jerky.
It's like,
Gary.
Liu, loser, loser. Unfortunately, Brad, in every contest, there must be a loser. So we'll find out tonight. Hopefully tonight. I'm actually going to be kind of pissed if we don't find out tonight. Not gonna lie. I find it very suspicious that like we can't figure this out. You know, we could like if a dollar bill can have a serial number, bro, a ballot can have a serial number. I'm just saying there could be a QR code on there. We could secure the whole election on blockchain.
Yep.
We could have full transparency. This technology exists now, and we don't do it. Wonder why. Most secure election in world history. That's what we'll be. That's what we'll be told. That's what we'll be told. I hope it is. I hope it is a free, fair, open election, and I hope my person wins. And if my person is your person, I hope you vote. If my person is not your person, I still hope you vote. That's where I'm different than most people. Hope you vote. If you don't vote the same way I do, you should still vote. You are an eligible voter. Vote in the United States of America, and you have not voted today, go vote. I'm only going to say it like 7,000 more times during the stream. I'm going to drive all of you crazy. You're all going to be sick of me saying it. Good.
Prison Mike says, exciting. I just ordered a PC from you guys.
Let's go.
What'd you order?
Prison Mike?
Prison Mike.
Prism?
Prison.
Prison. Like jail.
Yep.
All right. Prison Mike. Does that mean you were
from the office?
Does that mean you were in prison, Mike, or does that mean you work in a prison? I don't know.
It's an office reference.
I gotcha. Hot take, felons should vote. I'm somebody that believes felons should vote. I'm somebody that believes even if you are in prison on felony charges, you should still get to vote. If you are a citizen of this country, you should get to vote.
I agree with that.
I have personal friends that are not people I lived with, worked with, that are not here today. I take it as a personal insult if you are an eligible voter and you do not vote. Even if you disagree with me, you're a dummy, but you should still vote. You suck.
Question about the giveaway PC. What does 1 terabyte boot mean?
1 terabyte boot mean? It means it is a 1 terabyte capacity drive that Windows is installed on. So your Windows drive, also known as your boot drive or your OS drive, main drive, primary drive, usually the C drive, is your boot drive. If you have a, why is that not, there we go. Right, what's going on with this thing? Oh, I'm not lined up. Oh, dumbass. I'm like not seeing this stuff well. I wonder if I should turn my hat around. Just turn my hat backwards. I'm like turning the drill and I'm going, why isn't that going? There we go. I'll get it right eventually. Right? I'll just keep trying.
Yep.
I'm like the little engine that could, bro. At first I don't succeed. Try again. Hope everyone is enjoying their Tuesday. We are happy to be with you.
The polydichloric. How's it going?
For an unscheduled special election day stream. If you are a Republican, vote. If you are a Democrat, vote. If you're an independent, vote. If you are any of those things, buy a PC from Alexander PCs. We promise to provide excellent customer service, irregardless of who you voted for. If you voted for Trump, we want your business. If you didn't vote for Trump, We want your business.
Garrett Heath says, "Hey y'all, how many PCs are you building today? Ordered mine a week ago. Excited to see it get built on screen."
I am building 2 PCs today, time permitting. I go much slower than Jacob. Jacob's faster than me, and taller than me, and younger than me. Hard to not like him, Brad. You know, the more I think about this, starting to not like that kid. He's younger than me, he's taller than me, he builds PCs faster than me. Alright, I'm casting a vote against Jacob 2024. Anti-Jacob vote 2024. Too young, too tall. No more. So what is everyone doing today? Hopefully the answer is voting. Or having a baby. If you're having a baby, don't stop having the baby to vote. Having the baby is more important than voting.
Only great Michael Jordan said Republicans buy sneakers too.
That's right, man. They were trying to get, I remember that, like back they were trying to get Michael Jordan to like shit talk like Republicans or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Michael Jordan famously said that he wasn't gonna like say bad things about anybody politically because he's like, Republicans buy sneakers too.
It's a great response.
It is a great response, dude. The GOAT. MJ himself, the GOAT. Inarguably the GOAT in basketball. I don't want to hear
100%.
I don't want to hear anybody that's like, oh, LeBron. Get out of here, LeBron. We have a customer that's a teammate of LeBron's, and I still don't like LeBron.
Do we really?
We do. We do. We have an LA Laker customer, and I still don't like LeBron. LeBron James, if you're watching this stream, you're stuck.
1v1v.
1v1 me, bro. Let's go. Me and LeFlop. I call him LeFlop because he always like, he like tries to sell it so hard with the foul.
Yep.
It's like, bro, you're like 6'7", 6'8", whatever. The guy looks like he was chiseled out of granite. And then he's like, I fell over. He crumbles. He goes down. He falls like my grandma when she was super old. You know, just goes down. Oh, so dramatic. Get up, wuss. No respect for LeBron, dude. Great player, though. Legit. Honestly.
Gaming with Ant-Man says LeBron is the GOAT. MJ couldn't even get his son in the league.
Stop it.
And then I think
LeBron
it's hard to
is
compare.
the GOAT.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stop it. Get out of here.
I think it's hard to compare LeBron and Jordan because
It's
the type
not.
of games that basketball was in the 90s.
It's not.
Completely different.
It's not. Yeah, LeBron couldn't play 5 minutes, and
Yeah, I don't think he could.
when they were allowed to hand check.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. LeBron would have been, oh God, he hand checked me. Oh, and then falling over. Get out of here, LeBron. LeFlop. No respect. No respect for LeBron. Great player, for real. I get it. I'm being somewhat sarcastic and facetious, but not fit to carry MJ's jockey strap.
No.
And I'm not even like, I know we're like in the Chicago area or whatever. I'm not even a Bulls fan. I'm really not even a basketball fan. But Jordan was, I don't know. Jordan had some other good play. Like Jordan always had Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it's possible, is it possible that Pippen is underrated? Because I feel like he is.
I think Pippen is underrated.
I think Pippen really is underrated.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Jordan always had a really good support.
But Jordan has like the Tom Brady thing going. Where like, yes, he always had a pretty good supporting cast or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real. Like, you know, how really good was Luke Longley, bro? Like,
Yeah.
not that good. You know, he was good like in his role in that offense
Yep.
because it was very clearly laid out. Like, this is what everybody's role is.
Yeah.
And everybody played that role. You know, I don't know that LeBron makes his teammates better players the way Jordan did.
Yeah.
That's
that's what I was gonna follow up with.
That's my strongest pro Jordan argument.
Yeah.
I don't know that LeBron. I'm not an expert in basketball though. I should say that too. Not really an expert in anything except computers.
I watched NBA and forever.
NBA,
Yeah.
basketball. My buddy Lauren's a big basketball fan.
It's just not the same game, like even from the early 2000s.
It's really not, dude. Like you know what? I've gotten back into watching baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel necessarily about things like the pitch clock and stuff like that, but it definitely makes the game more watchable. You know, because it's like it moves a little bit faster. Soccer, I think, is the most watchable sport. Hockey is the best sport to watch live, in my opinion. I definitely would rather, like, if somebody was giving me tickets to a game and I was going to go watch a live sporting event, 100% I would want it to be hockey. I think it's the most entertaining sport to watch live. That's my 2 cents on hockey. And I'm not a big hockey fan either, but it's like super action-packed and like fast and intense. Watching it on TV, not so much. There's too many like timeouts and stoppages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the intensity of the play, like how fast it moves and stuff, is really engaging, and you don't mind like the in between period breaks and stuff like that as much if you're at the event, because it's like, shoot shit with the person next to you, get a beer, get yourself a hot dog and a beer and a soft pretzel.
Yep.
One of those cheese cups. Yeah. I'm the official spokesman for overweight people.
Yeah.
Brad is the official spokesman for obese people.
Yep.
Brad and I are. I'm no longer obese, Brad. I am now merely overweight, according to the BMI method. So I can no longer speak for obese people. Sadly. Although you lost a lot of weight since you started working here.
Yeah.
Brad's lost a lot of weight since you started working here.
Yep.
You're down at least like 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Since you started working here,
yeah.
Brad's getting healthy, baby.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. I don't think it's healthy to do it fast.
Mm-mm.
Because I think you don't sustain it.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in that either, but I know I'm losing weight. Brad's losing weight. We're team make ourselves healthy again.
Ant-Man says LeBron created his own teammate. Many greats couldn't get their kids in the league. Not even D Wade.
I wouldn't consider D Wade an all-time great. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, great, like good player, no doubt. Why is this IO shield kicking my ass, Brad? D Wade, great player, couple great years. No question. Rock solid player. Good player. Not on the level of like LeBron or Jordan or anybody like that. Not even close. Wade is D Wade like,
or even Kobe.
I think Kobe's in the discussion of like GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's on MJ's level. I don't think so. I don't know how Kobe didn't win more when he had Shaq.
I know.
Like that always kind of counted as a negative in the how great really was Kobe discussion.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when he had Shaq, they should have won more titles.
Him and Shaq were such sports.
So dominant, dude. Shaq, people forget how dominant Shaq was. There's no answer for Shaq, dude. I do like I think it's TNT that has the NBA coverage where it's Shaq and Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch it necessarily, but I do consume a lot of sports news and like clips and sound bites. And Barkley and Shaq always produce some really entertaining like shit talking. Like, I do. You can tell that they really like get a kick out of messing with each other and stuff. I'm here for it. Like, I'm here for Barkley and Shaq shit talking. I'm here for that.
Yep.
For sure. Barkley's great. I really like Barkley. I think Barkley's one of the funniest people like in sports ever. The way he's like, I don't know. I heard him talking. I forget. He was doing an interview, and he was talking about like how he was getting on an airplane one time. He's wearing like sweatpants or whatever, and like somebody said like made like some, negative comment to him or whatever, and he was basically like, "Shut up, man! I'll buy this airplane if I want to." like, which seems like a very Barkley thing to say.
Yeah.
Which is admittedly funny. Then he like said something about gambling, like, they're like, what about like the gambling problem or whatever? And he was like, gambling's not a problem if you can afford it. Like what, gambling's not a problem if you can afford it, which also seemed like a very Barkley thing to say. I do like Barkley, man. I find him to be.
Yeah, he's entertaining.
I find him to be one of the funnier, like, pundits. I really do. I get a kick out of him. I don't necessarily like all the talking heads. I was watching a football game the other day that Tom Brady was in the booth on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, and my wife, who doesn't like follow sports like at all or whatever, and they cut out from the game to like the scene where you see the people in the booth like holding the microphones and talking or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Is that Tom Brady talking?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "His voice does not match his appearance." Like, at all. And I was like, "No, it really doesn't." Like, yeah. Tom Brady was, for all of his gifts, Tom Brady did not get like a good voice.
No, he did not.
One thing you didn't get.
Yeah.
Well, he got everything else, but not that. See? I didn't get it either. Oh well. My brother and I refer to Tom Brady as the greatest living American. When we speak of him. Tom Brady, aka the greatest living American. What's not great about it? Alright, I gotta get some of this bougie water.
Fiji.
Some Fiji. No peasant water for me today. No peasant water today. Fiji water. Oh, that's good. That tastes like a tropical vacation, Brad. I wouldn't know, because I've never had a tropical vacation.
Bears Junkie says, after Barkley and Shaq got into a fist fight, Charles' mom called Shaq's mom, and Shaq's mom called Barkley and made Barkley and Shaq apologize to each other.
That sounds like it could happen. It sounds like it could happen. It really does. That would not shock me.
Ruru2 says Tom Brady doesn't improve my life in any way.
No. You were clearly never a Patriots fan. I wasn't either.
Yeah. I've never been a big football fan.
No, me neither. Me neither, man. I grew up a baseball fan, actually. And I remember 1994. was the baseball strike year when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being so mad that there was going to be no World Series in 1994. I was like, just not, I was 13 years old, man. Like, I'm like in my 40s now.
Yeah.
I was 13 years old in 1994, and baseball went on strike, and they played like a super shortened like season. There was no playoffs, there's no World Series. I was like, man, this is total bullshit. Like, I was at the peak of like my baseball fandom as like a 13-year-old kid,
Mm-hmm.
But in 1994, the World Cup came to the U.S. and I fell in love with watching soccer in '94. So '94 was the year that I became a soccer fan, and I have been a soccer fan ever since. And I now watch way more soccer, which is easily the best sport to watch on television, soccer, because it's like we kick off, we play for 45 straight minutes or 48 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They add a couple minutes, and then boop, commercial break. You get yourself some food, hit the head, take a little bio break, come back, we play another half. There's no timeout. There's no, TV timeout. It's boom. It's straight rolling, dude. They're playing the whole time. The ball is in a 90-minute soccer game. The ball is actually in play like 83 minutes or something. Like, by far the best game to watch on TV is soccer. Football, it's a 60-minute game that takes like 3 hours, and the ball is actually in play for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like kickoff, touchback, commercial.
Mm-hmm.
3 and out. They didn't get a first down. Punt, commercial. Team scored a touchdown. Commercial, comeback, kick the extra point. Commercial. Like, it's unwatchable. It's unwatchable. I do like it, but I can't. Like, I just can't sit there. Like, I can sit and watch for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like, check the score or whatever. But I cannot sit there and watch a football game start to finish. Cannot do it. Ain't nobody got time for that. It just takes too long. Do like the sport though.
Yeah, I watch soccer every 4 years for the World Cup.
Every 4 years for the World Cup?
Yeah. I actually got into the soccer because of FIFA.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of my friends was really into soccer, and we started playing FIFA in like 2006 or something.
Yeah.
And that's when I got into soccer. I got the World Cup game. That was fun.
It is so by far like the biggest sport in the world. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I think the best sports story of 2024 so far is when the United States beat Pakistan in cricket.
Yeah.
That gave birth to the absolute best internet memes of any sport meme this year. That made me so happy. Because like our guys are like part-time, they're all like software engineers. they all had to take PTO from work to go compete in the cricket tournament. And like we beat Pakistan, which is like this world powerhouse in cricket. What else did you have, Pakistan, besides cricket? And we took it from you. Fantastic. I don't think we won though.
What air cooler is this?
This is a Vetru V5. It's a very good air cooler for this CPU. It's definitely more, because you can safely use the stock cooler with an i5 13400F. It's only a 65 watt TDP chip. The V5 is more than what you need, but I'm a believer that you should get more than what you need. More than what you need. So what is everyone doing today, chat? What's everybody talking about? What's the haps?
What's up, Dan?
Is that a Meridan?
That is a Meridan.
Meridan!
Oh, Snuffy Heath. Sorry, I didn't see your message. What is the average build shipping time for y'all's PC currently?
If you order today, it'll ship about 3 weeks. Very busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a busy time of year. So we're getting close to the holidays. Everyone has come to grips with the fact that there is no new NVIDIA stuff coming out this year. Told you, by the way. Told you. Told you. Told you. When all the influencers were on, there's going to be NVIDIA stuff coming out. I'm like, nope. Nope. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not happening. Not because I didn't want it to. Candidly, it would have been great for business.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we would have got slammed. Like, for sure, it would have been good for business for the new NVIDIA stuff to drop this year. But I knew it wasn't coming. Knew it. Started saying it back in like May. I was way ahead of the curve on it. It's almost like we talked to NVIDIA, Brad.
Yeah.
It's almost like we have regular conversations with them.
Ant-Man says, chillin', gaming, is it worth the upgrade from the 5700G to the 5700X3D?
It's a pretty good upgrade.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good upgrade. That's a pretty good upgrade. It's price dependent, like everything, but 5700G to the X3D, that's a pretty...
Yeah,
that's
X3D
significant.
chips are nice.
That is significant. X3D chips are definitely the cat's meow.
Yeah, it's about 11% up.
Gotta be more than that. Gotta be more than that. That's gotta be like clock speed.
It just says overall 11%.
That's crazy. I don't believe that. Gotta be more.
Oh, 5800.
Gotta be more.
That one's only 19%.
You gotta be looking at clock speeds. I gotta believe it's more than that in terms of like frames. Although maybe not. Your game would have to be CPU bound.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing a GPU bound title. If you're playing a GPU bound title, don't let me be the bearer of bad news, chat, but your CPU makes very little difference. Very little difference. If you're playing a GPU bound title, I mean, you're actually going to get similar FPS whether you have an i3 12100F or an i9 14900K. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Don't let me pee on your party on this election day, but gotta tell you, if in fact you are playing a GPU bound title, your CPU is not going to be much of a mover for you in terms of frames.
Binary, let me check. I don't think your number is up today, but it might be tomorrow.
I regret to inform you, GPU bound titles, CPU does very little for you on that. Very, very little. And by very little, I mean almost nothing.
Yeah. It's me, Kensley from Electric Bev, says, TJ, I don't see any pink Alexander PC shirts or pink on that computer.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We are going to get pink shirts.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah.
I promised we would get pink shirts. We're going to get pink shirts. We're going to do it. And they're going to be the best pink shirts that you ever saw. They're going to be the greatest pink shirts that you've ever seen.
Let me check on that too, Jackal. I'll find that out.
In honor of Election Day.
I wanted to get the X3D on Black Friday. I have a 4060 and a 64 gigs of RAM.
Wow.
A lot of RAM.
It's a lot of RAM. It's a lot of RAM.
Yeah, and man, if you can get the 5700 X3D or the 58,
I would go with the 58.
I would go with the 58 if you
58.
can. If you can swing it.
The other cool thing about X3D chips, not hard to cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not hard to cool. If you are a serious manual overclocker, going to be disappointed because you cannot overclock the X3D stuff in any meaningful way.
Jackal7_sap
So,
just resubbed for 2 months.
You're one of the...
Oh, the X5800 X3Ds are sold out.
I believe that.
Yeah, I think they're discontinuing them.
They might be discontinuing
I think
them.
I remember looking at that.
They might be discontinuing them. We are on the tail end of our 5000 series here. We're gonna be phasing out the 5000 series AMD platform here before the end of the year. What a great platform that's been.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, what a great platform that like, you know, B550X 670 platform has been for AMD.
Yeah.
That's been an absolute warhorse of a gaming platform, man. I'm telling you, I had a 5600X. I had a Ryzen 5 5600X and a 4060 Ti for the a 3060 Ti, excuse me, for the longest time. Because I replaced my 1650 Super with a 3060 Ti.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then now I have a 4080 because I'm special. I don't have a 4090. I have an i9 13900KS2. That's my favorite CPU I've ever had. And as witness to that, I have not changed my CPU in over 2 years now. That's a long time for me, Brad.
Is it?
It is. To not change a CPU.
Are you a serial upgrader?
I am a serial CPU messer around with her.
Mm.
Like, because I like to dork with them and overclock them and stuff like that. Like, I'm one of those, like, professional benchmarker nerds where, like, a lot of times I'm messing with my computer. I'm not even actually playing games. I'm just, like, seeing if I can overclock it more or whatever. Like, you know, professional benchmarker. I'm a tweaker. Not like that. Not like that, chat. Weirdos. But yeah, I like to screw around with my CPUs and mess with timings and voltages and all that fun stuff. Because I don't know, because I like when I first got into PCs, I like doing all that stuff. I like pencil mods and all that kind of nerd shit. Nerd stuff. That's what we do. But yeah, for me to not change my CPU in over 2 years is like significant. GPUs, your CPU like used to matter more though.
Yeah.
Like your CPU actually used to be like the main driver of system performance. And that is undoubtedly shifted to the graphics card.
Yep.
Your GPU is now king. Pains me to say that, but GPU is now king. Twas not always so, Brad. Twas not always so. Back in the day, your CPU was king. Now it is not. King is dead. Long live the king. There's a new king, and it is your graphics card.
Meridev says that's NVIDIA propaganda.
NVIDIA propaganda. Stop it. Stop it, Dan. Not propaganda. We don't do propaganda here on election day. We don't do propaganda on election day, Dan. We do propaganda every other day of the year. NVIDIA propaganda. NVIDIA is so far ahead in the graphics card race. Like, it really is. I mean, did you see the guy from AMD came out like a couple weeks ago and they're like, we're going to focus on our mid-tier, like, which I think he meant it as like, the vast majority of the PC market is like not buying 4090s and i9s and whatever. But it came off like, yeah, we can't match what they're doing, so we're just not going to try. Kind of came off that way, I'm sure that was not the intent that they were going for, but it's what I heard. That's what I heard. What people said and what people heard, What was said, we're going to focus on mid-tier value, what people heard. We can't catch NVIDIA, so we're not going to try. Two things can be true at the same time, though. Two things can be true at the same time. Because AMD is undoubtedly a better value at certain price points. Like, no question. There's no question that at certain price points, AMD is by far a better value right now. Like dollar per, frames to dollars per
Yep.
frames. Like AMD definitely has some great value propositions in the product stack right now. But if you want the best stuff, it's NVIDIA. It's not even close. Like there's nothing even close to a 4090. That's life. And I say that as somebody who doesn't even have a 4090. I have 5, soon to be 6 children. 4090 not in my budget. But gonna give you guys the real truth. The truth, Brad. The TROOF. Truth. We stand for the truth. And the truth is NVIDIA shit is way better. Just the truth. I'm not an anti-AMD guy. I'm Team Red today, baby. Team Red today, kids.
9800 X3D should be available here soon for APC.
Indeed. Indeed it will. We will be using them. We'll be offering 9000 series X3D chips in our models, in configuration tools, for too long. That is a fact. That's happening. It's happening. It's not happening today. It's happening soon. We do expect the 9000 series X3D stuff to be pretty sweet.
Yes.
Pretty sweet, bro. Pretty sweet, Brad. 9000 series is gonna be rad. It's gonna be thick. It's gonna be thick, Brad. It is. It really is.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's gonna be sick.
It comes out in what, 2 days? 7?
It comes out on the 11th.
Oh, the 11th.
The 11th. Prematurely do a product launch. Told me that about you, Brad. Told me Brad was prematurely going to launch products. What else should we talk about? Beam! We should talk about Beam.
Yeah.
So Brad has big news. Brad is in charge of all of our... We like Brad here. So much so that we gave him a big fat raise this year and asked him to keep working here. Fact. Luckily, he said that he was not planning on leaving us, and he did accept the raise. He did accept his pay raise this year, which was overdue. Honestly, Brad was overdue for a pay raise. Brad was underpaid. Brad's probably still underpaid. Don't listen to that part, Brad. Brad is very well compensated. Brad's probably still underpaid, honestly, but we think that he likes working here, and he's gonna stay for the foreseeable future. But Brad has decided to partner us with Beam.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell the chat about Beam?
Beam is basically a multi-stream platform. You stream on Beam, and it also simultaneously streams you on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Trollo, basically any platform you want to stream on. It automatically gets streamed out to them.
Gets beamed out.
It gets beamed out to other platforms.
They should say that.
They should say that.
They should say that.
Beam
your stream. Beam your stream out to all your streaming platforms.
Yeah, they have crazy high bit rates. I think Twitch is at 6,000. Beam has up to 16,000 bit rate, which will mean super smooth streams, super high quality.
That zip tie.
What?
I don't like the zip tie.
Oh no.
Cutting it. Bad secretary.
And then they also have this thing called UniChat, which
Game changer.
which is honestly a game changer for anybody who's streaming. Check it out. UniChat takes all the chats on all the platforms you're streaming on and merges it into one. And so different chats, say, for example, YouTube, you'll be able to see and communicate on stream between the different chats. It's really cool. Surprised nobody's done that before, but yeah,
Maybe nobody knew how, honestly.
Yeah.
In all fairness. So we've had a couple of meetings with the founder of Beam.
Mhm.
And yeah. Super exciting
Yeah.
times ahead for Beam and Alexander PCs.
Yeah, we should be going on Beam tomorrow. Gonna work on setting that, get that finished. And is it unified chat too? Yeah. Delete my question. Yeah. Yep, it unifies chats. It's really awesome. Super looking forward to it. They have some awesome technology behind them. Yeah. Super exciting.
Honestly, what impressed me the most was their commitment to just innovating.
Yeah.
Like they just want their shit to be the best shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that they are so like, because I feel like with Twitch, like it maybe started out that way, and then it, you know, like AWS bought Twitch, and then, you know, like everything became about like monetization and whatever. And I really get the vibe from Beam that like their core priority is like, we just want our shit to be the best.
Yeah.
Like we want our creator tools to be better than everyone else's creator tools, and that's what we want.
Yep.
And if we can deliver that, we'll make money. Like that seems, which I like. I feel like that is a better like value set than, you know, whatever, as our Twitch feed goes down.
Yeah.
Like as our Twitch feed goes down because I just talked shit about Twitch while streaming on Twitch. But yeah, super excited about Beam. There's gonna be we have so much stuff going on.
I know.
That like we can't tell people yet. You guys, I'm telling you, there's gonna be like between now and the end of the year, there's just gonna be a lot of happening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of happening. Brad's been a busy boy. Brad's been busy doing lots of stuff. And it's gonna be like, we have at least 3 like major announcements between now and the end of the year.
Yep. Which
I'm super excited about. I just cleaned up a bunch of cables. That's what I was doing. I'm just like sitting here not explaining what I'm doing. Sorry.
Is it safe to keep a PC on carpet?
It's not ideal. Not ideal. You should do what I did back in the day. And if you have to set your PC on a carpet floor, do some redneck engineering like I did and put that shit down on a piece of plywood.
Yeah. Better on a hard surface.
Better on a hard surface. Especially if you have bottom intake. So you don't want to choke off your PC's fresh air supply. But yes, if you are setting your PC on carpet, don't do that. Take it off. Carpet.
Yeah.
Could be misconstrued. Could be misconstrued, Brad. Misconstrued as a mixed message. But yeah, get your PC up off the carpet, you savage. What's the matter with you? Yeah, how would you know? No one told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not ideal. So carpet traps a lot of dust. A lot of debris, especially if you have cats and or dogs. Like a lot of people here do. Bradski's got dog.
Yep.
So you can see in your PC's dust filters. Your pet hair gets in your PC.
Oh yeah.
If you got pets, you got pet hair. Unless you got one of those like Sphinx cats or whatever.
Oh, the hairless.
The hairless cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shaved kitties. Can we say that on air? I'm talking about a Sphinx cat. Talking about Sphinx cat, you guys. Still getting us banned. Sorry. Brad's like,
Yeah.
Brad deals with all the strikes and potential bans I get us on social media. Comes in on a Monday morning and he's like, God, did he say anything to anyone over the weekend? Like, comes in Monday morning, what fires do I have to put out from this maniac? Sorry, Brad. Brad's underpaid.
It's all good.
Brad's underpaid. Brad has to do a lot of... Brad does damage control on my behalf sometimes. Sorry, Brad. I'm not sorry, but I do appreciate your help. I'm not sorry, Brad, but I do appreciate your effort in mitigating the damage I cause.
I non-binary says, "Can y'all send me the plywood with my PC?"
No. We do send cardboard. We do pack. You could even like break down your cardboard box
Yeah.
and use it, seriously. But yeah, get your PC up off the carpet, you savages. It's just not good for it. And, your carpet traps stuff
Yep.
and things. Stuff and things. Get it up off the floor if you can. Put it on your desk if you can, honestly. I know some people got space constraints in their desk, on their desk, whatever, in, on, around, above, below, through. They're adjectives. Just saying. Oh, man. What do you guys want to talk about, chat? Ask me anything.
Prison Mike says, "How long does shipping typically take once the PC is built?"
It depends on where in the country you are, Prison Mike. So when we quote shipping times, it is until we ship it. Because once it leaves here, we don't know how long it's going to take to get to you. We are actually pretty centrally located in the Chicago area. So most people get their PCs within 3 business days. Most places in the country, 3 business days. That is the most common. That is is it called the mode? The mathematical mode, the most frequently occurring number in a data set is the mode.
Yes.
The mode. So the mode, the mode is 3 days after shipment. Full disclaimer, that is not the mean or the median, but it is the mode.
Yeah.
Like that. It's probably the mean and median are pretty close to the mode, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The mode is 3 days. And we do ship FedEx home delivery, which is available in most areas, like unless you live out in the boonies, which if you do, good for you, honestly. I wish I lived out in the boonies. However, if you live in a metro or suburban area, most likely your area has FedEx home delivery. So they will deliver your Alexander PC on the weekend.
I live out in the boonies.
That is amazing. I wish I lived out in the boonies. Yeah.
What's up, Buckeye Bunny? She said, "I remember the mode
The mode.
by commode toilet is frequently used."
The frequently used. I like it. That's
a good way to remember that.
That would be a mnemonic device, Brad. That's what that would be.
Yep.
That would be a mnemonic device. M-N-E. Mnemonic. Mnemonic. Mnemonic device. N-M-E-N. I see. mnemonic. Mnemonic. How do you spell mnemonic? Look it up. Mnemonic. Mnemonic. A mnemonic device. Close to a nuclear device.
Oops. MNEMONIC.
Yes, mnemonic. A mnemonic device. The mode like the commode frequently used. I like that. I like it.
Coggle says you can check Amazon, office supply places, Etsy, etc. for PC carts and stands too.
Yes. To get your PC up off the floor.
Yep.
Your PC does not want to be on the floor. If you're cold, it's cold. Bring it inside. Like, if you don't want to breathe face first down on the carpet, your PC doesn't either. Pick it up.
My PS5 became a paperweight 3 days ago, so this is my first PC.
Welcome to the PC Master Race.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here. You'll quickly scoff at consoles.
I have a PS5 and I don't think I've turned it on in like 4 months.
I have a confession to make, Brad.
Yeah?
I have a confession to make
What's
regarding consoles. And it's gonna hurt me to admit this publicly. I pre-ordered a PS5 Pro.
Did you really?
I did. I did pre-order a PS5 Pro. I know.
It's worth it because of GTA 6.
It's scandal, bro. It's scandal. No, so actually it's for Alexander. It's for Alexander. He wanted a new console because the only other console, like we have a Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, I own a PC gaming company. Obviously, we play a lot of games in my house. And I have 5, soon to be 6 kids. So I have a lot of kids in my house. There's a lot of games and kids. There's a lot of kids playing games. And there's a lot of demand on our bandwidth and devices and everything else. All my kids play games. Yeah. So, Alexander, we have a PS4 that my brother got me for my birthday. Like 8 years ago, maybe? Is it 8 years? When did PS4 come out?
2013?
13? It's been a long ass time.
Yeah. I think it launched in 2013.
So I think my brother got me he got me a PS4 for my birthday. That's why we have a PS4. It might have even been 10 years ago. It legit might have been 10 years ago. But it was a long time ago. That is the console that we have in our house. So we have a Switch that they all play right over. And we have a PS4, and Alexander has wanted a new console. I promised him he could get a PS5 Pro if he fulfilled a pretty extensive series of obligations, honestly, for a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, involving like a combination of grades and sports and chores and all kinds of stuff. And he actually managed to fulfill all the requirements. So I did pre-order a PS5 Pro. And I feel guilty and ashamed, but it's for the children.
Buckner says he wanted a PlayStation over a PC.
He has a PC.
Oh.
He has a PC. He wanted a console because I can tell you actually exactly why he wanted a console. This will make perfect sense when you hear it, because he does have a PC, which is my old PC, the aforementioned Ryzen 5 5600X with the 3060 Ti.
Yep.
That is Alexander's PC now. He does not have his own Steam account. So when I or someone else is playing, you can't be playing multiple Steam titles on multiple PCs. So he wants to still be able to play games when someone else is playing on the Steam account. So
that makes sense.
Because he's, he does have his own PC, which is just my old PC, but he does not, nor will he for quite a while, have his own Steam account. his mother likes to monitor all of his online goings on, which he loathes. He loathes how closely his online activity is monitored. And he gets no sympathy for me, and I make sure that Denise can look through all of his shit all the time. I make sure that it is all configured in a way that he has no way to prevent her from looking through it. Because he's 12. You know, when you pay the mortgage, you can have a Steam account. And honestly, maybe not before then. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He actually doesn't do anything that is troublesome.
Yeah.
He's a super honestly easy kid. Makes me wonder like what I did to deserve it, because I was probably a nightmare for my parents, based on what my mother tells me anyway. My mother assures me that I was a difficult child to raise. I don't see that. Fact check true on that one. Probably fact check true on that one. I would say high likelihood, high probability of accuracy there. Yeah. So I did pre-order PS5 Pro, Brad.
Nice.
I'm not sad about it. Really not. I'm sad about the cost. Good God.
How much are they?
Like $700.
Ooh.
Yeah. Seriously. In my defense, he did. This has been coming for some time. Like, he's been working towards this PS5 for basically like the entire year.
Oh, really?
Because originally the deal was for a PS5,
and
then when PS5 Pro was announced and whatever, like this was a pre-existing deal. And then at first I told him no. I was like, you can't renegotiate this contract. Like, if I had a vendor try to renegotiate a contract with me, like, as Brad can attest, they would no longer be a vendor. Like, it's not something that we do here. We don't renegotiate already negotiated deals. But yeah, I did allow him to change the terms of our contract to a PS5 Pro. But he did a lot of things to earn it, and he's honestly a good kid, really. He gets it from his mother. Really. Luckily, all of my children are their mother. What are you gonna do? It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best.
At 12, I had a GameCube.
I had a original Nintendo. Then I had a Super Nintendo. Then I had a Nintendo 64. I don't believe we ever had a GameCube. I actually got away from Nintendo with the original PlayStation. I think my original PlayStation was my console of choice. Everything I learned about geography, I learned in video games, though. Real talk. I played weird games, actually. Like, as a kid, I played, like, Uncharted Waters and games like that. Yeah. Weird, like, off the beaten path game titles, you know?
I had an NES, Super Nintendo, and we jumped to Sega for a while.
Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis, Sega CD.
Are you old enough for a Sega Genesis?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did your parents game?
A little.
Yeah.
They like Sega. There's a game called now the name escapes me. It was like it was basically Tetris but with Bejeweled. Kind of like Bejeweled, but a little different. They played the shit out of that game.
Yeah. Bejeweled.
It was like Bejeweled. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Well, let's see. I think the first like hardcore, the first game that I got into, like my first ever like RPG, so to speak, was Wizards and Warriors.
Oh.
That was like my first ever. That was my first ever like nerd video game.
Yeah.
Was Wizards and Warriors. Yeah. What year did that come out?
Columns, that's what it is.
Columns.
Yeah.
What year was Wizards and Warriors on the original Nintendo? I'm now curious to see this. Look, everyone, I'm old.
North America came out in 87.
87.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm old.
Yeah, I don't remember this game at all. There was
I would not expect you to remember that game,
Yeah.
Brad. Brad's like, I don't remember that game at all. Thank God.
yeah, right.
Thank God.
I remember there was, I think it was on NES. It was a Looney Tunes game. That's where you were Bugs Bunny and you had a gun. That's all I remember about
You
it.
had like a blaster.
Yeah,
Was it like a cartoon blaster?
yeah.
God, can you imagine that game now?
Right?
Like, no wonder.
Tiny,
No
Tiny
wonder it was
Toons
so.
Adventures, maybe?
Tiny Toons, dude. I remember when Tiny Toons was on after school.
Yeah, Tiny Toons. It was not Tiny Toons.
Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. Did you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, you missed out. That was a staple of youth. Staple
my-
of the youth.
Tiny Toons. Okay, this is bringing back like memories. Just seeing this
Yeah.
screenshot.
Brad's like, whoa.
That was a long time ago.
Brad's having a moment.
Yep.
Nostalgia.
You remember Echo? Did you ever play Echo?
Like ECKO. Is that what it was? Is that what I'm talking about? No.
No, it was ECHO. Echo the
think I-
Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I don't think I ever played. I had my friend Pat Rooney was into Echo the Dolphin. Shout out childhood friend Pat Rooney. You're watching.
Animaniacs. Oh man.
Animaniacs, dude. It's time for Animaniacs, and they're zany to the max. I love Anim-
DuckTales.
DuckTales. Life is like a
Deep
hurricane.
State.
Here
What's up?
in Duck. I thought DuckTales was great. They did a remake of DuckTales, and it was like, no. Chippendale's Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck was like a spin-off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I never really got that into Darkwing Duck. I did like the theme song though, like Darkwing Duck, and like yeah. And I was a little kid, and I see what you did there, like you clever animator, you. See what you did there. All right, I have to run and get a aftermarket pigtail for this because this thing is ugly.
Spectre Gadget.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes. Love that shit.
Spectre Gadget was great. Echo the Dolphin is available on Nintendo Direct. I'll have to check that out, dude. Oh man. I don't think I ever got past the first level Echo. I mean, I was like 5, so I didn't really know what was going on. I just like jumping out of the water for the most part. But I remember we went and talked to a whale. No, I think that's as far as I got. They really didn't give you much direction in those games.
Sorry, I had to grab an aftermarket 12V HPWR cable, Brad.
No worries.
Because those little stock pigtail splitters are ugly. I don't want them in our machines. I'm gonna eat this eyeball live on stream. This is the content America needs on election day.
Yes,
Brad-
this is a Hero Dice.
Brad and I are gonna start a podcast. I'm gonna talk shit. About everyone and everything. Starting with Northeast sports fans.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Not really. Don't like any of your teams. It's not true. I like the Yankees. What a terrible way to lose a World Series, though.
Oh, did they lose?
Oh, not only did they lose, they epically melted down.
Oh, really?
Oh, they were up 5-0. They made like 3 or 4 errors and gave up 5 unearned runs in 1 inning.
Oh, no.
Like Aaron Judge, inarguably one of the best players in baseball, like just drops a line drive. That was like right in his glove. Just drops it. It's the first error he's made all year. Like, I was genuinely like, man. I mean, if you know,
That's rough.
that's what I'm saying. If you get beat, you get beat.
Yeah.
You know, like if the other team's just really good, they're just better, then you get beat. You get beat, you get beat. But man, when you play like shit, like on the biggest game, biggest stage, I genuinely felt really bad for certain people. Because I mean, think about, I don't think people have I know, like, you know, professional athletes, they make a ton of money and, you know, they get to play a game and whatever. Like, and I get it. So I get, like, the whole athletes are overpaid and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, like, we have a few clients that are athletes and, man, you cannot be one. Like, no one is there on talent. Like, you have to have the talent, but you're not getting there just on talent.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not. You can't. You just can't. You cannot make it to the top of any sport just on talent. It's not even possible. Like, I get it that some of these guys make, you know, what to normal people like me is like an insane amount of money, you know, like it's I mean, you know, and I don't begrudge them their money, you know. Whatever you can get somebody to pay you, like that's what you're worth.
Yep.
You know, if somebody's gonna pay me crazy amounts of money to do anything, like you bet, man. If it's something I was gonna do anyway, something I love to do,
Mm-hmm.
you know, build PCs, man. Somebody wants to pay me a crazy amount of money to build PCs. Let's go. I'm in. I'm on it. But like, dude, these guys work hard. Being a professional athlete is hard. Like, I don't even like to travel for like industry events and stuff because I don't like being away. I don't like being away from my kids. I don't like, you know, like it's hard for Denise when I travel because we have a lot of kids. And it just makes everything a little bit more difficult. And these guys are on the road, legit, like 100 days a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's tough. Even if you're not married and have kids and stuff. If you are married and have kids and stuff, like it's even harder. But even if you're not married and have kids, like even if you're just a single person, like that's a lot of travel, dude.
Yeah.
And you're constantly changing time zones and like, you know, these guys are so, like the dedication that it takes to really be at the top level of a sport. Like, dude, these guys are on meal plans. They've got trainers. They've like, I mean, you know, they're.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, they're having fun playing a game, making a lot of money, whatever. Totally. You know, I understand. But, man, these guys work. Every single one of them works.
Their life is very controlled.
It is a very, very regimented,
Mm-hmm.
structured, Like, I mean, even during the off season, like, these guys are training, they're eating, they're sleeping, sleep, like sleep and recovery, and it is a very, very, very like regimented existence. So I'm not somebody who would have been real sympathetic,
Yeah.
like a few years ago. Um, Now that I've gotten to know some of these people a little bit, like, man, these people work hard, dude. They really do. Um, so I definitely respect the hustle now. Like, I have cultivated an appreciation for how hard these guys work that I probably didn't have when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I used to be one of those people that was like, must be nice,
Mhm.
must be nice.
Yep.
Oh, you just bought a Ferrari and a Rolex, must be nice, must be nice. Probably is nice. I bet it kicks ass. Like, but yeah, now I understand better like what goes into it now, and it's not that they're not lucky, they are lucky because you gotta, but it's a global game and like you gotta be so much better. Every sport is like
Yep.
global now.
Mhm.
So like, Jens was talking about this with like UFC and MMA, like, there are, because MMA is big now and there's money in it now, like athletes that would have never considered MMA as like a career path 20 years ago are now looking at MMA. So like the caliber of athlete has gotten so much better than
Yeah.
what it was, back in the day. So I don't know. I find all that stuff like interesting. And the one common thread for any super successful person that I've ever met in any industry is work their butts off. And there's no, it's no shortcut.
Yeah.
No shortcut. I can tell you for sure that even a small company like us, man, your crew here works hard. It's my company, but I built it for you guys. And it has not been easy. It's been fun. It's been fun, Brad, but it has not been easy. Nothing easy about this. Fun, yes. Easy, no. We've had some adventures.
Yes.
Brad's cleaned up some of my messes. It's a shock, you guys, but sometimes I say things. Sometimes I say things. And I'm not sorry. I regret nothing. Just kidding. Kind of. I mean it at the time. And I'm like, alright, well, I probably shouldn't have said that. But I did mean it. What are we building next, Brad? I'm almost done here.
We are building a Spartan.
Spartan.
Spartan is next.
Spartan on election day.
Yep.
This is America. Vote. Vote, vote, vote. If you're watching this stream and you have not voted and you are an eligible voter, go vote. If you're having a baby, keep having the baby. Don't stop what you're doing. What is more important than voting, Brad? Serious question. Let's make a list. Let's make a list of things that are more important than voting. Having a baby.
Having a baby, yep.
Definitely more important than voting.
Hmm.
Don't stop having a baby to vote. Consensus on that? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, having a baby more urgent and important than voting. Probably one of the very few things, though. If you are engaged in an active emergency situation,
Yes. Yeah.
extricate yourself from that situation, then go vote. Same thing with having the baby. Finish having the baby, then go vote. If there's time. Having a baby can be long. It can take a while. But the polls are open for a while yet. You should push the baby out, then go vote. We hope that both you and your baby are healthy and happy. If you happen to be having a baby today, we hope your baby enters this world happy and healthy into the loving embrace of a dedicated mother, as every child should. What else? Having a baby, an active emergency situation. What else?
Mm.
You know what?
It's like it.
I feel like that's probably
Probably it. Active emergency, baby. Is having a baby an active emergency though?
That's what I was just thinking.
I feel like it's very urgent.
Yeah,
I feel like it's very urgent. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
an emergency, but I feel like it's very urgent.
yeah.
Ladies in the chat, sound off. Is having a baby an emergency? I guess it kind of is.
It kind of is.
I mean, I can't think of anything that you would be doing that would be more urgent
Yeah,
than having a baby.
depends who's having it.
Who's having it?
Yeah, but I think like it's probably a medical emergency. I think they would probably.
I don't know if it's an emergency. Is it?
No.
I mean, it's risky. Like, things can go wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also not. It's not like it's an illness or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, being pregnant is not an illness. All right, our hero's done.
You really
Ta-da.
done. All right, guys. We'll be right back while we get set up for the next bit. All right, what's up, guys?
Back on election day. Go vote. I did promise I was going to say it like 100 more times. Go vote. We have all voted. Alexander PCs employees have a 100% voter ratio. Everyone voted. All right, so the board for this is the MSI X670E Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Great board. Tomahawk. Oh no, it was Peyton Manning when he was like in the playoffs, calling an audible. Omaha, Omaha. Remember that?
Yeah.
Omaha, Omaha. Tomahawk, Tomahawk. All right. I'm excited about election day, Brad. I really am. I do get excited about election day, and then sometimes
It's stressful.
I get disappointed about election day. Later in the day, I get disappointed about election day sometimes. Oh. That's why we're still in business. We pay our bills.
Yeah.
Not only do we pay our bills, we pay our staff and our taxes.
I plan to vote once I finish with my daily social media interactions.
Wow. Go vote. Voting is more important than your daily social media interactions. Promise you. Go vote.
Election day is now whenever they need to extend it to.
No. It's wrong. I hate that. Election day should be a national holiday, and everyone should vote in person with ID on a paper ballot that has a serial number that's authenticated, that's on blockchain, that like the technology exists to have completely fair, completely transparent elections, have complete guaranteed integrity, accountability of everything. And it makes me absolutely nuts that we don't. Other countries can count everything by like 9 o'clock that night. And then Maricopa County, Arizona is like, we should know within like 10 days. What? What? What are you talking about? No, you should know today days. Craziness. Craziness. But go vote. It's not only your right to vote, it's your obligation to vote. You are an eligible voter in the United States of America.
France hand counted their last election in one day.
Yeah, can be done. It's like, because you don't have one person count them all.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like you get lots of people and they all count some.
Yeah, right?
And then it like finishes really fast. And they do it like transparently, openly, like with cameras running and everything else. They don't like send the other party out of the room and then put poster board up so they can't see in and then like roll out ballots from underneath the table. I mean, we laugh, but that actually happened. Actually happened. Not cool. Not cool, bro. Not cool.
I'm voting for Godzilla to eat Washington, D.C.
Fact check would vote for that. Fact check true. 10 out of 10 would support this initiative.
We had
Yes.
both in Georgia, electronic, which printed out for our review, and then printed ballot.
Yes, Georgia, one of the swing states. Not like Illinois. Not like Illinois. Georgia. I used to live in Georgia, Brad.
Yeah.
I I lived in Georgia, Alabama. Georgia, Alabama. I've lived in Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Georgia, Alabama. That's a few.
I've only lived in Iowa and Illinois.
Iowa.
Yep.
Iowa.
Iowa.
About $10. Iowa. Iowa's a good state. The Hawkeye State. Brad is a graduate of prestigious Iowa State University.
Yeah.
Go Cyclones! It's the Cyclones?
Yep. Go
Cyclones. Yeah, go Cyclones. Stop sending Brad those alumni donation solicitations. He told me he's not giving you any money. Stop calling him. Stop asking Brad for money. He's spending it all on games.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mentioned before, Brad got a nice raise this year. And he promptly used a bunch of his newfound wealth to buy a mount for Warcraft.
Yep. I did it smart. I did it on a firm.
Right? Brad's an investor.
Yep.
Making a good investment in your future there, Brad.
Spread out my obligations.
There you go. That's what you got to do, man. You just got to manage your... got a budget. Unless you're the government.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to budget. Then you just spend whatever you want. You just make your own money. Like, oh, we don't have any money, let's go make some more. I hear a very loud truck outside, Brad.
Yeah, it's
You hear
very
that? Back right through the wall.
Yeah. Make
Yeah.
great for great content.
The FBI is raiding us here at Alexander PCs today. They found out we have a squirrel.
Yeah.
They found out we have a pet squirrel that's been living in the shop. They're gonna raid
So
us.
messed up, man.
They're gonna raid us, dude. Peanut.
Yeah.
They're gonna raid us. They're after Peanut.
So sad.
You named it, DJ?
Yeah, I named the chipmunk. Family of chipmunks. It's Chip and Dale. We have here Chip and Dale and Peanut. Actually, Liz did have a. Didn't you come in one morning, Liz? And there was a
In the stream room.
chipmunk in
Yep.
the stream room,
Peeking his head around the corner.
peeking his head around the corner. See, we're harboring animals here.
I like chipmunks.
We have employees that bring their pets to work here. That's allowable. I don't mind that. I'm cool with that.
Made sure to bring their
There was
We
a
got
there was a raccoon that got euthanized too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they raided this dude's house and like took his squirrel and his raccoon.
What?
Yeah. Took his pets, dude.
Yeah,
Put-
I heard
put
about the squirrel.
Put him down. Yeah. That's, government efficiency, baby. Lame. That's what I want to vote for. I want to vote for a government that has neither the time nor the resources to conduct a 5-hour raid of someone's house to pick up a squirrel. Join me in trying to make that a reality for all of us.
I-non-binary says shout out to Liz. She had to deal with a lot of my email questions back and forth.
Liz deals with most of the email questions.
Their name on Twitch is I-non-binary.
What is order number?
What's your order number? Liz is asking. Oh, I don't know what. Well, 7753. In Deep Stink, it didn't like Thought it
What
was a
happened?
link.
Somebody getting censored over there, Brad?
Yeah, he did too much government, not enough patriots, but we're changing that. He put a period in between gov and not, and I thought it
Oh,
was a
and it
link.
flagged it as like a link.
Yeah. Sorry, Deep Stink. Tyler, what's his name?
Yeah, that's the one that answered them. I was just the displayer of the email.
She was not the one that answered, but she was the displayer of the email.
You can thank TJ for all the answers.
Oh,
Yes.
did I answer the questions?
You can thank TJ.
Welcome. For all the answers.
Stock Pro 11 says I drove Liz nuts with my upgrade requests.
It's alright. Liz is very patient. How come she still works here?
We have
We have two big positives with Liz. She puts up with my shit. She gets to bring her dog to work, and her house is literally like 45 seconds away from the shop. If it wasn't, there's no chance she would work here. No chance that Liz would work here if her house wasn't like literally right up the street. No shot. She'd be like, I'm out of here. Luckily, her house is right up the street. So here we are. We get to keep her. We get
Stock Pro says Liz is the best.
we get to keep Liz for another couple of years until she retires, until she leaves us, until she rides off into the sunset to drink wine on the beach. Couple more years, we get to keep her.
do that house on the beach.
Till she leaves us to go drink wine on the beach.
You give me that.
Not gonna lie, I would leave me to go drink wine on the beach. Don't take it personal. It's not that I'm that bad. I just think drinking wine on the beach sounds pretty good.
Yeah, right.
I don't even particularly like the wine. Just give me the beach. I think Denise would like to retire in like Key West.
That would be
It's
nice.
so expensive. Key West is
I want to get like a small yacht
a small yacht.
and retire in Key West.
Dang.
Pay the docking fees or whatever.
Yeah. In the grand tradition of politics, we'll now take Brad's soundbite and we'll twist it. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Brad wants to do docking. You all heard it. You all heard it here first. Breaking news. That's what they do.
Yeah,
That
it
is like what they do. They take like some erroneous thing that you say, completely twist it. Like, you know, see? Brad's a politician now. Congratulations, Brad.
Yeah, it's hard to listen to the media sometimes just because
Because they
it's
lie.
so like intellectually dishonest.
It is. They lie about everything.
Yeah.
Like every. And now there's like factions. There's like media for this team and media for the one team and whatever. Not having it, man. I'm
They
not
all
liking
do the
it.
same thing.
They lie.
Ken says, "Hi TJ."
Hi, Ken.
That is the Ken.
The Ken.
That is the Ken.
The Ken, one of our all-time favorites. Everyone that works here knows and loves Ken. We appreciate the constant love on the socials from Ken. One of our P1s, man. One of our OG customers. It is for people like Ken that this company was built. Ken, we love you. We want more of you. More Ken. Ken 2024, baby. I'm voting for Ken. Unfailingly pleasant, polite, positive, all the time. America, be more like Ken. True story. Alright.
Citizen journalism is the new media.
That's largely true. I have seen like significant shift in the way people consume news.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a totally fair statement. I don't need this TR4. I think I'm looking for the dadgum fan screws. What'd I do with that bag, Brad?
Good
What'd I do with
question.
it?
That's how you put all the screws away.
Look at me, failing to be Gucci Mane. I don't have the bag. What do I do with it? Did I like not take it out of the box? I've done that before. Maybe I didn't take it out of the box. Take it out of the box. Yeah. Now I'm Gucci Mane. I got the bag. All right. PSA, I am not Gucci Mane. That'd be alright though. Being Gucci Mane?
Yeah, I'd be okay with
Be a
being
good
Gucci
gig.
Mane.
Be a good gig. That'd be a good gig. You think Gucci Mane voted today? Can we look that up?
Yeah, that's
Is Gucci Mane on social media? I imagine he is.
I'm sure.
It's got to be on social media. Gucci Mane's got to be on social media. Let's look it up and see if he voted.
Gucci.
We should put up a poll. Who did Gucci Mane vote for? Let's see. Let's see if Gucci Mane voted today, Brad. See if he posted about voting.
Let's see. Gucci Mane.
Scooch. Let's see if Scooch voted today. See. Raindrops. Drop top. See if he's voting today.
He's not posted anything on Instagram.
No? On election day?
Then nope.
Where's Gucci Mane from? Is he from Georgia? I bet he's from Georgia.
I think
He-
it's from
he's one of
Atlanta.
those Atlanta rappers, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot of Atlanta rappers.
yeah, East Atlanta.
East Atlanta.
And then yeah, the last post was October 29th. So he has not posted anything about voting.
Gucci Mane, if you're watching, do better. Do better, man.
Ken says, "Love you, brother."
Likewise, man. It's always a love fest for Ken. This company is for people like Ken, our faves. America, be more like Ken. Unfailingly polite, positive, upbeat, happy. Exactly what we all need. Always a ray of sunshine on social media, man. When I log into social media, I get a notification. Ken commented on our post. Always know it's going to be something nice. Never got to wonder about Ken. Means a lot, buddy. We appreciate you. Honestly, as a small business, seriously, sidebar conversation, but man, every little like, every follow, every comment, every little, you click the little ribbon thing on the side to save the post or whatever, like, that does a lot for a small business like us. So if you guys are on the socials, you're checking us out, you like, you comment, you engage with our content, it helps. It really does make a big difference. Always, how many times have I said that, Brad? The greatest compliment a customer can pay a business is
All the time.
That is the goal. We don't want to sell you a PC. We want to sell every PC you ever buy for the rest of your life. And all your friends and family, too. That is the goal.
Stock Pro says, as a small business owner myself, I 100% agree.
Yes. You are. It's critically helpful. Honestly. Every time you comment, like, share, save, any engagement. I mean, unless you're like saying nasty stuff, then go away. Brad will ban you. Brad will ban you. If you're a meanie pants. If you're a poopy head.
Oh, cool it with the language, DJ.
Yeah. If you're a poopy head, we'll ban you. Could be children watching.
Yeah.
Do we have the disclaimer on our stream?
I think it says mature.
Mature?
Yeah. 18
That's
plus.
a lie.
Yeah.
I've rarely been accused of being mature, Brad. I'm gonna be honest. Liz is in there laughing at me.
Meriden says, just got off a meeting. What did I miss? We're building a Spartan now.
Best as Spartan. Liz, am I mature? She's like, nope. Survey says 0.
She pleads the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Depending on how this election goes, I might drink a fifth tonight. Just kidding. I had sober October, Brad.
Yeah?
I did. I don't think I've consumed alcohol. When did I go to Missouri to deliver Winkler's PC? August? I feel like that was August.
I think it was August.
That was the last drink I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the last drink I had. I had a good old fashioned at dinner. That was the last cocktail I had. It was the old fashioned I had out there in Missouri while I was eating some barbecue.
That sounds good.
Eating some barbecue. It was good. Missouri's a great barbecue state. It really is. Missouri is actually a fantastic barbecue state. I have to say. One of the greatest meals I ever had in my life was at the Chop House in Kansas City. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Remember I showed it to you.
Yep.
It was that tomahawk steak, and then
Yep.
like I had washed it down with a little tonic port after dinner. Like I'm not normally a foodie. I ate lunch at Hell's Kitchen last year or this year. That was January.
Yeah.
So I ate lunch at Hell's Kitchen in January of this year at CES. That was really good. I'm not like a super foodie, but I have to say, like I was blown away by the level of service at Hell's Kitchen. Like your water glass got like half empty. Boom, dude was there, like topping it off. I mean, you even started to like maybe thinking that you might need something, and poof, they were right there on it. Like that was a dining experience like few I've ever had. I was highly impressed, and I'm not easily impressed with food because I'm just not that into food.
Mm-hmm. His restaurants are well-oiled machines.
You wouldn't know that by looking at me. Yeah. And I'm not that into food, but yeah. It's not that I'm into food, it's just I'm not that into exercise. Like, it's not that I'm not that into food, Brad. I'm really not that into food. But the problem I have is I'm not that into exercise. not that into exercise, man. Apparently you do not get yoked building PCs. Sadly. I'd be jacked. If I was president, I'd be Andrew Jacked, son. Oh man, what are we talking about today, chatsters?
Number 2 says, "You're all banned. No soup for you."
No soup for you. 1 year. Seinfeld reference. Love it.
And then he said, "I have not had alcohol in 2 years.
Good for you.
Now I want some soju though."
Some soju. Some soju.
What is soju?
I believe it's like a. Fermented kind of like wine drink. Google that. I think it is. I think it's like a fermented rice alcohol. Pretty sure.
Soju.
Let's get a ruling on that. I know that soju, a lot of people drink soju with like other like Korean or Chinese food.
Yeah, it looks like a Korean drink.
Soju and kimchi go together.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's often compared to vodka, slightly sweeter in taste.
There you go.
Interesting.
So not a wine, more of a spirit.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me about the wine part. I made that up. I was putting out misinformation.
I love kimchi.
In my defense, I did ask you to look it up. To see if I was wrong. I was wrong. Not like a wine. I knew it was Korean though. Yeah, I got that part right. I lived with a guy that was Korean.
Oh yeah?
My first roommate in the army was Korean. He was a Korean guy who had been born in Seoul. So he was from Korea, like full on, genetically, ethnically, racially, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
all of the above, Korean, but had been raised by an Italian family in the Bronx. Hilarious. Hilarious. The last name was Scarola. Yeah, it's like a very Italian name. Totally Korean looking guy. That didn't speak a word of Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was adopted when he was like a baby. So he literally grew up Italian family in the Bronx and was Korean. Like, ethnically.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Funniest thing ever. Listen to this guy talk. Like, total Bronx, New York, yeah, we'll see more, like, mannerisms, everything but a Korean guy. I'd say he was a great guy, but he's kind of a dick. I'd say he was a great guy, but he really was kind of an asshole. Like, being honest.
Yeah, my best friend is Korean. So I got exposed to a lot of Korean food as a kid.
Yeah.
And I love it. Same with Indian food.
Dude, Indian food is on a whole nother level of spice I cannot do. I am not capable of Indian food. Why are these not... Do I have the wrong screws here, Bradsky?
You might.
I feel like I do. I wonder if these are the wrong standoffs. Because they seem to be too skinny for those motherboard screws. Which makes me feel like, how they put two different sets of standoffs in the kits? And one of them is only for the... I'm going to take these out. Yeah, see, I feel like that thread was too... I feel like that came out too easy. Oh yeah, that one's like spinny. Yeah, these are the wrong standoff. Ah, no wonder. No wonder, Brad. All right. I think these are the correct ones. Let me see if these are grabby. Nope, those aren't grabby either. Alright. I have to go grab the correct standoffs because those are the wrong standoffs for the GPU support bracket. And as you guys know, if you don't know, you're about to know, we never install, ever install a 3-fan GPU without a support bracket. It's bad. We don't do it. So let me go grab the correct standoffs. I wondered why that screw was like not going in. Alright, we're going back. I'm not going to use this black GPU support bracket either, Brad. I grabbed the white one. The white build. It's a white build. We're going to use a white support bracket. Should have thought of that earlier. We're going to use that one. Now, I'm going to hope that this is the correct standoff. And if it's not, I'm going to sulk. I'm going to be sad. I don't think that's it, buddy.
Oops.
Oh, no, that is it. That grabs.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. All right. I prematurely evacuated it when I was testing the thread. Premature evacuation. That almost never happens to me.
Hey P, CO6 says, hey PJ, can you allow us Alexander buyers to have the ability to buy shirts or accessories that you make maybe for a couple bucks or free? I'm only wondering because the shirt is tight and I want a larger size.
Email the office and ask for a different size. We'll send you one.
Good mood.
If Liz is in a good mood, she'll send it to you for $3.
Deep Sting says I'd buy more t-shirts too.
Liz is usually in a good mood. We're gonna have pink shirts. I promised people. You don't have to wear one. Liz doesn't like pink.
Sorcery Vine Troy says going to lurk now, heading out to vote.
Heading out to vote. Yes. Vote, vote, vote. If you are an eligible voter and you have not voted, stop what you're doing, unless it's having a baby, and go vote.
or medical emergency.
or medical emergency.
Email the front office. How? admin@alexanderpcs.com.
I'm eating another eyeball.
I sent a pic of those eyeballs to my wife, and I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm eating a fish eye."
Tapioca pudding. Like fish eyes.
Yep.
I actually like tapioca pudding.
So do I. I didn't when I was younger.
I don't know what that says about us, Brad. What does that say about us, Brad?
That we like
That
tapioca.
we like tapioca pudding. Are we sociopaths?
Maybe.
Maybe we are.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Perhaps we are sociopaths, Brad. I have it on good authority. I might be. I'm kidding, kind of. All right, now, before I get too crazy, Brad, I do have to say one thing I do not enjoy about the Corsair ecosystem is the ridiculous amount of wires. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. A ridiculous amount of wires. That's a ridiculous amount of wires. We need to reduce, reuse, recycle, restore.
Dan says too late. He's already too crazy.
Oh. That's supposed to come out.
Oh, okay.
That was me ripping out the RGB controller.
Okay.
That was me forcibly removing. That was me evicting the RGB controller that we don't need. Because it goes into Commander Pro. Streamlining the build. Taking out the stuff that we don't need.
Where
Taking out the
is
RGB
Jacob?
out.
Jacob is in back building PCs.
Jacob is in the back of the shop. Why, you don't like me? What's wrong with me streaming? Sheesh. Some people.
Yeah.
You know, I do a special stream for Election Day, Brad, and it's weird Jacob. Like, Jacob doesn't stream like every other day. One day, someone else streams, and weird Jacob. My mind. Lost my marbles. My mind.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Like it shut off? No.
Oh yeah, we lost power at my house earlier today.
Yeah, we had a little brownout here. Yep, PC shut off and
What'd you
everything.
call me? Just kidding.
Yep.
Ah.
Steve Sting says early voting by my place was encouraging to see lines every day for a week nonstop rock around the building.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
More. More. More votes. More.
Mayor Dan says, why would you want Jacob when you have PJ?
Yes. See? Meridian's got the right idea.
And CS6 says terrible storms here in Texas, specifically near Galveston.
Galveston. You know what I've done, Brad? I have gigged flounder in Galveston Bay.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have. I have gigged flounder in Galveston Bay at night. Wearing a lot of clothing because the mosquitoes.
Really?
Oh my god, brutal. Brutal. Alright, I ripped that other RGB hub out. Alright. I'm just sanitizing this PC, man. That's what's going on. You don't need it. It just gets in the way. Just confuses people if they ever want to, like, look back here.
Yeah.
You know? Alright, now. I've made it pristine. I even scraped out all the little residue that was back there because it would trigger my OCD. You know, like the little residue
Yep.
from the adhesive. I was with the X-Acto knife scraping it off. Can't help myself. I'm like the Dyson guy. I just think that things should look properly. You like that?
Yeah.
You like my bad German accent? I just think that things should look properly. Alright. Who's Jacob?
The mosquito.
You know, one day I stream for election day, Brad.
He said Jacob is faster.
Just share it. Yeah, of course he is. Doesn't talk as much.
Deep Stink says the mosquitoes around here have got QR codes.
QR codes, yeah. They like the clouds are thicker down south, I think. And then up north, I think up north has larger mosquitoes. Like up in like northern Minnesota,
Mhm.
like North Shore, Lake Superior. Skeeters up there need wing numbers, bro. Skeeters up there, the Minnesota skeeters. There's like North Shore, Lake Superior, Minnesota skeeters up in like Ely. You know, like Boundary Waters. Need wing numbers, bro. They'll suck the blood. They'll suck you dry. You'll like die. There won't be any blood left. They'll get it all. Like vampire skeets.
I've always wanted to go up that far north.
Pretty cool. Denise and I saw moose last time we were up there.
Ooh.
That was pretty sick. I had a moose like come crashing through my camp one time in Canada.
God.
Yeah, it's fishing in Canada. Had a moose walk through the camp one time. God, it was loud. They are not subtle. Came like crashing through camp. I was like, what the hell is that? Scary.
Dude, moose
Scary how big they
are
are.
absolute units.
Scary how big they are, dude. They can swim. Like they're legit, they're like legit good swimmers, which is
Really?
wild.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
Yeah, no,
swim.
they're like legit good swimmers. It's wild.
I've seen them run through like 5 feet of snow like it's nothing.
Yeah. They're yeah, oh yeah.
What the hell? Man?
They're trucks. They're absolute trucks. Wild. But yeah, we had one like crash through our camp in Canada one year. It was like, whoa. It was like total Godzilla moment. It's crazy. I'm taking this glove off. I tore the finger up. It's done. I'm now contaminating your PC. Or this is Nicholas B. Nicholas B. Sorry, my DNA is on your machine.
Theo6 says, don't worry, they will not attack if you wear an Alexander shirt.
That's right.
The moose.
The mosquitoes will not attack if you wear an Alexander shirt. I actually think they are attracted to the color black. Am I wrong about that? Google that. See if mosquitoes are attracted to the color black. I feel like the answer is yes. Let's get a ruling on that. Am I misremembering this? Am I putting out more disinformation on election day? I feel like mosquitoes are attracted to the color black.
Yes.
They are. Ha! Fact check true.
Yeah.
All
Their
right.
colors trap heat. They use their heat sensing antenna to find food.
Heat sensing antenna?
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Like,
Like Predator.
yeah.
Yeah.
Heat sensing antenna. I think mosquitoes have killed more people than every other animal combined. Can we
Oh,
get
like the diseases.
yeah. Fact check that. Fact check me. Brad's our fact checker. Like young Jamie. Young Jamie, can we get a ruling on that?
Mosquitoes.
Young Bradsky. Young Bradsky, can we Google that?
Any other?
I think mosquitoes have killed more people than than every other animal.
Wow. Yep. According to the CDC
Bam!
and many other sources,
I'm on fire.
mosquitoes have killed more people than any other animal on the planet. Primarily due to diseases like malaria, dengue,
Dengue fever.
and yellow fever, and Zika.
Dengue
Oh yeah, the
fever.
Zika virus. Forgot about Zika.
Zika. Zika virus.
Everyone
Dengue.
was freaking out about Zika for a while.
I remember that. I remember like there was a Zika outbreak in like Aruba,
Mhm.
and a bunch of people were like, "I'm not going on vacation." Like, I'll go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Give me your ticket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me your ticket to Aruba. I'll go. Yeah, you're right. You totally shouldn't go. You should let me go. You should give me your plane ticket, and I'll go risk life and limb to take a vacation in Aruba. Wouldn't want you to suffer. Like, yeah, it's way too dangerous for you. I should go. Don't worry. I'll go in your place.
Yeah. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah. I'll fight through it, Brad. I'll fight through it. Brad and I will go to Aruba on your behalf. And fight for your freedom from dengue fever and Zika. Yeah. Dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yeah.
Urgh. Yeah. Actually, Jacob's not that much faster than me. When he's streaming, he is. But if he's not streaming, he's not that much faster than me. He is still faster than me, though. But he does it more than me. He used to not be faster than me when I built more PCs. I used to build all the PCs. Then I had to hire Jacob. But I couldn't build them all anymore. And now Jacob builds more than me. True story. And he builds them faster than I do. Although only marginally faster off stream.
I remember when I first started here, I was surprised we got so many PCs out because whenever I built a PC, it was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
People were doing them in like Jacob can build them in like 20 minutes. It's just nuts.
You can assemble them in 20
Yeah,
minutes.
that's simple.
It's actually, the assembling is usually the fast part.
Yep.
Programming and testing is what takes all the time. We could get like 3 times out the door what we get out the door if we just didn't test them.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
If we were just like, there it is, it posts,
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
We could put out like 4 times what we do.
Yeah.
But then they would suck. Then they would suck. They would not be quality checked. They would be done faster. They would be built. They'd be assembled. They would be, I don't know. Oh, that would just be, I don't think I could handle that. Like if we didn't QC everything.
Oh yeah.
Think of the tech support. Oh.
Yeah, tech support would be awesome 4 times.
Tech support would be like, yeah, tech support would be 40 times what it is. I don't know. We should track what percentage of tech support tickets actually have a hardware problem. I bet it's like 3%.
Yeah.
I bet it's might even be less. I bet it's like 3%. Probably. 3%. I don't know, maybe. What do you think?
I think that'd probably be pretty close.
Like 3%?
Stuff doesn't fail that often.
No, it really doesn't. It does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, usually you know right away, though.
Yeah.
Like, I got an email from a lady the other day that was like, I turned on my PC and there was a loud pop. And
Yep.
now my PC doesn't turn on. I was like, that's power supply. That's what that is.
Yeah, then we had one where they heard a pop noise and then smoke coming out from the back of their computer. They sent it in for us,
What?
and Drew was testing it, and the back of the motherboard started catching on fire.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
that I've never seen before.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That really happened?
yeah.
That's wild. Whew. Watch out for that. Dang.
Yep.
Dag, yo. Woof. What kind of power supply was it?
I don't know.
Take that one off the roster.
Yeah.
Man. I would say power supplies are probably like the second most likely part to fail. I think, maybe. Power supplies.
Yeah.
Memory is probably the most. I think memory is the most common failure
Yeah.
overall.
Memory and
Other-
storage, I would think.
No, drives are like
You don't, yeah?
if they're good initially.
Mm.
Like if your drive is good initially, it's very rare to have a drive failure. Especially the Kingston ones. The Kingston ones are like a million. Some of them, like a Fury Renegade, is like 1.8 million hours to failure
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
on average. Like mean time between failures with a Fury Renegade is like 1.8 million hours.
Jeez.
Yeah. Why? That's why we use them. And people are like, the Samsung drives are like 50 megabytes per second faster or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but they literally have like a 30% lower longevity rating. Like, I'm not making that trade. I'm sorry. For bandwidth that you're already not even saturating.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trading the. I am not trading the reliability of Kingston for like the teeniest, tiniest marginal speed increase that you're not even gonna notice. What is that in game load time in milliseconds? Like 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I really don't have that kind of time, Brad. 1 millisecond load time. I don't have that extra millisecond to load my game. That extra millionth of a second. Like, you know, I'm too important. Alright, now. Yeah, I haven't built one of these in a while, Brad. Kinda enjoying this. Haven't done this in a minute. I'm gonna make it extra slow now that somebody told me I was slower than Jacob. Now I'm gonna drag it out. I'm gonna be like, yeah, super slow. Watch how slow I can build a PC. Ha. He's Jacob. Ungrateful internet. Should have known. Should have known. It's ageist. It's this ageist crowd that doesn't like old people. That's what it is. Of course I'm slower. I'm like twice his age. God. I don't know. Dude, you know who builds a PC fast? Justin Roby.
Really?
Yeah. Roby can like throw a PC together. He's done it a few times. Justin's done it a few times too. He really is fast though. Like if he's in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he can get it out the door with some quickness. I haven't talked to him in a while. I should text him. See how he's doing. This kid got sick last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Got better.
Oh, okay. That's good.
But it was like hospital.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was the last time I actually talked with him, was like calling to let him know I was glad things worked out with his kid.
Yeah.
But I haven't talked to him since then. I was supposed to see him at Computex, but I didn't go. And I'm not sad, actually, about that. I am going to CES, though.
Where is CES this year?
Vegas again.
Vegas again.
Yeah, it's always Vegas. Vegas is not. I'm not a Vegas person. You know, I don't like, I don't know. I'm not a hater. I'm not a Vegas hater. I'm just not. you know, I'm like a happily married dude with a lot of kids who doesn't gamble. Like, there's really nothing in Vegas for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
UFC's in Vegas. Like, all the UFC stuff is in Vegas. I got 2 washers on that screw, Brad. How did I do that? Put an extra washer on that screw. Yeah, Vegas is. I don't know. Vegas just isn't my jam. You know what I should do though? I just thought of this, Brett. It's been a while since I built one of these. I'm gonna run that other CPU power cable, or I screw this AI.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for me to get that in there. As I'm attaching that radiator, I'm like, I should do that do that cable before I screw this down. Order of operations.
Deep Thing says, I wish I could have seen Elvis. That's about it.
Which could have seen Elvis, dude. I bet.
When did he die?
I don't know. Dude, the story of Elvis is like a freaking American tragedy. It really is. Like, all of the people that like exploited that guy, and all the people that like exploited Elvis. That's you know, and like he got him like hooked on like pills and.
Did they really?
Oh yeah, like yeah, he was hooked on pills. He was eating like tons of prescription pills. Like, it's a really sad story. My dad was telling me about it. My parents went to Memphis.
Yeah.
To like visit Graceland and stuff. And my dad was telling me like when he came back from that trip, he was like, "Man, I did not realize like just what an absolute like tragic story the Elvis story was." It was like he was young, like really young, like in his, I think he was like 40 something, maybe like early 40s when he died. I think. Can we Google that?
Yeah.
Fact check me here.
I know he died in 77. He was 42.
42. Yeah,
Yeah.
Younger than me. Wild. But he literally like had a heart attack on the commode.
Yeah.
But the reason that like he had a hard time because he was on opiates, which like bind you up, you know? And he was hooked on a lot of like opiates. So he had like, I guess he was straining frequently to go, and it caused a lot of pressure and just caused like his aorta to rupture or something. Like, yeah, it was like, I don't know. But I'm not like an expert in it or whatever. But I remember when I read a little bit about it, like after my dad told me about it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, dude, like it was a genuinely like really sad story. He, you know, and he had a little kid and like, ugh, just brutal.
Watch the movie with Austin Butler. It's a good explanation of how that old man controlled him.
They're talking about Colonel Tom Parker. Was it Tom Parker? Was that the name of the guy? Colonel Tom Parker, who called himself a colonel but wasn't really a colonel, and all that stuff. There was a lot of stuff around Elvis that was very like not legit.
Talent manager. Yep.
Colonel
Best known manager for Elvis.
Colonel
Tom
Tom Parker, who was not a colonel. Yeah.
What's up, JoJo boy? Welcome to the chat.
Elvis story was sad story, man. Is this a native? Splitter. That's a splitter. Let's see what cables to install here. Sad story, man. Elvis. Legend. I think Lisa Marie died now, too.
Did she?
Yeah, I think she died this year. Didn't she die this year? I feel like Lisa Marie died this year. She did? I have that right.
Yep.
Fact check true.
January of last year.
January of last year,
Mm-hmm.
2023.
Yep.
All right, fact check
She's
false.
54.
Yeah, she was young.
Wow.
She was young. That's got to be like, I can't imagine being the child of like someone that was that level of famous.
Right?
Because Elvis was not just like famous. Elvis was like the most recognizable person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not like regular famous, you know. I hope I never get famous, dude, ever, even a little bit. I hope every airport I'm ever in for the rest of my life, I walk through it and no one knows me. Like, you know, not that I'm like opposed to saying hi to people or whatever, but like, man, I just wouldn't want to be.
It's gotta be.
I just wouldn't want the stress
Yeah.
of like, you know, because if I'm in public, I'm probably, you know, I could be a dick anyway. Somebody's like, oh, aren't you the guy? Nah, bro, I'm not talking about. It ain't me. Like, nah, not me. No, I don't want to be recognized. It is cool though. Like, we've run into a few, like at industry events. I've been recognized by like a few people, customers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, customers. It's like, it's nice to like, you know, say hi to people, thank them for choosing us, you know. I don't mind that kind of stuff, but like, I wouldn't want it to be constant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, think about like if you went to the grocery store and people were like, Brad, you'd be like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I would be. I don't know. I guess there's
No, I would not.
I guess there's certain personality types that like eat it up, I guess.
Yeah.
They want the fame, the notoriety, but like, dang, dude, not for me. I'm a very private person. I don't even honestly like to stream. That's usually why Jacob streams, because I don't even really like to stream. I don't even like to be on camera. I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like the way I sound on camera. I frankly don't trust myself not to say something to somebody on camera. Like, I frankly don't trust myself to not say something, like, you know. That's why Brad doesn't let me read the chat. I own the company, but really everyone else here manages me. Brad manages me by not letting me read chat. He only reads me the chats that he knows I'm going to respond nicely to. He doesn't read me the bad things.
Brad was already that famous.
Brad!
Thanks.
World famous Brad. The great and powerful Brad.
I think being famous would be kind of cool for like a day. But as soon as you'd have like paparazzi and shit following me around,
I think being famous would be cool for about 0 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I genuinely don't mind, like, if I'm at, like, a PAX East or PAX West or something, and, like, somebody comes over, like, hey, aren't you the Alexander PCs guy or whatever? And I'm, you know, like, I bought your, you know, I bought our PC from you guys or whatever. Like, I'm genuinely happy and excited to say hi to people. But, like, at an event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not like I would genuinely not be happy and excited to have, like, you know, constantly random people just coming up to me, you know, for whatever reason. Like, I just would not handle that well.
Yeah.
Over time. No, because I would get very, like, just, you know, I don't know. I'm not somebody that would have the bandwidth for that, I don't think. Like, these guys that people are constantly coming up, like, asking them for autographs and stuff like that. I mean, I can't imagine myself doing anything that cool anyways, but it's probably a moot point. Probably will never have to worry about people asking me for autographs. I did. Somebody did actually recognize me at a hotel bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Vegas at CES last year. This year. It seems like last year because it was like the beginning of January.
Yeah.
So I keep saying last year. Because I'm also currently planning this coming January's CES trip. Which is wild because we're already booking like meetings and stuff for CES. But yeah, it was was actually having a drink with Kyle from Meta PCs.
Oh, yeah.
And I should text him. I haven't talked to him in a while. It's funny, people just assume that like everyone in the business is competitors. And I mean, I guess technically we're all competitors, but like some of us talk and, you know, about other things or
Yeah.
So we are competitors, I guess, but we're not just competitors. Like we are,
Yeah.
like we have a lot more in common with certain other brands than, you know, there's certain brands that we have stuff in common with and certain brands we don't. I guess.
Stock Pro says, never asked, but what branch did you serve in?
Army, go Army. Go Army, beat Navy. Aren't ready for the Marines yet. Ha 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 ha.
He's from the Navy. Stock Pro is a Navy.
From the Navy. Thank you for your service, man. From one veteran to another.
He said, you being a veteran like myself is why I bought.
Awesome. I would not trade my military experiences for anything, man. Like, did some cool shit, did some not cool shit, met some cool people, met some not cool people. You know, was that Hemingway? It was the best of times, was the worst of times. That's like a good descriptor for the military. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. You know, if you're a veteran, you can probably relate to that. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Yeah, definitely. I would say that I benefited hugely. I'll say it like Trump in honor of Election Day. Bigly. I benefited bigly from my military service. Benefited bigly.
Joyful Star on YouTube says, I'm going to vote today. There's a church nearby I can do it at.
There you go.
It'll be my first time as a 20-year-old adult.
Yes. Vote. If you are an eligible voter and you did not vote, I take that as a personal insult. And I don't just say that. I gave every person that works here a chance to go vote on the clock. That's how much. I voted today. I don't vote early. I like to vote on election day because I'm a traditionalist in that regard. But if you did not vote and you are an eligible voter, unless you are literally having a baby or a medical emergency, stop what you're doing. Turn this stream off. We appreciate you watching. We love you. We appreciate your support. Stop and go vote. Go vote. I'm very sincere in my enthusiasm for encouraging everyone to vote. Even if you don't vote the way I vote, go vote. Go vote. I would rather have you vote contrary to what I wish people would vote than not vote at all. I would rather have you cancel out my vote than not vote. Go vote. I mean, ideally you would vote the same way I do, but still rather have you vote. differently than me, then not vote at all. If you are an eligible voter.
Ron says voting is why we served.
That is correct, sir. I'm assuming you're a sir. I'm assuming a lot. Assuming you're a dude. But yes. I take it as a personal insult if you are eligible to vote and you do not vote. Go vote. I am super excited that every employee that works here voted. I'm very, very proud of that. People were given company time to go vote. Brad had to register.
Actually, I looked it up and I was
You
already registered. Yeah.
So Brad voted. You voted today, yeah?
Yeah.
Brad voted today.
I got the sticker to prove it.
Liz voted early. Liz is organized. Of course she voted early. I'm not organized enough to vote early. I wanted to vote on election day too. There's just something about like I follow politics. Like I am very it's like half out of enthusiasm and half out of like morbid curiosity. Like I follow politics like a lot of people follow sports. Like I'm very up to date on like what's going on and whatever with politics. And part of it is part of it is the same facet of my personality that like made me go to school for history, because I just like kind of like to see like how the story arcs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very into like politics and policy, and I'm gonna actually route this like underneath here so it stays behind. This is another reason why I'm slower because I'll take the extra couple minutes to like stick this little thing underneath the back plate and like route it up there all neatly, because that's just how I am, and I'm OCD like that. But I do follow politics very closely, so I get excited about election day. I really do. I think it's like obviously I have a preference for candidates and stuff, but like I'm very like fascinated by the process.
Yeah.
And I get into it like that. And I don't know. I love this country, man. I really do. I think we're the best. I think we're the best ever. I think this is the greatest country that's ever existed, ever on the history of Earth. I think the United States of America has done more good for more people than any other society and culture ever in human history. We've spread more technology and wealth creation, and just we've done more good for more people in more places than anyone else ever. And I'm unapologetic about it. I'm unabashedly pro-America. And if you don't agree with me, cool, I don't care if you're wrong. Whatever. But go vote. For God's sake, go vote. People died so you could do it. No joke. Go do it. If you cancel out my vote, you suck. But but I'm glad you voted. If you are an eligible voter, stop what you're doing. Go vote. Don't come back till you're done. And I doubt that everyone that works here votes the same way I do. But you do not have to vote a certain way to work here. I don't even ask people that work here how they vote. I'm a believer in the secret ballot, Brad. I'm a believer in the secret ballot. I believe that people's vote is sacrosanct It's your vote. It's your choice. It's your voice. It is your right to do it. Not only is it a right, it is an obligation. If you are eligible to vote and you do not vote, you're a dick. Like, you really should. You really should vote. Not that fucking hard. Go vote. If you disagree with me, it's okay. I don't mind if you're wrong.
Stock Pro says exactly what you say. If you don't vote, you can't bitch.
That's right. If nothing else, if you got a candidate in this race, a dog in this fight, whatever you want to call it, and you don't vote and your side loses, it's your fault. You suck. You let your team down. You didn't vote. If you vote and your team loses, at least you can complain that you did your part. And I intend to complain if my preferred candidate loses. And I did my part, voted. Not only did I vote, I brought friends to vote that had never voted before. I made sure that my employees voted. Most of them even went on the clock and voted because it's that important. So election day, vote. If you don't vote, you can't complain. 100%. And we all love to complain. Believe me, my preferred candidate does not win the election today. I intend to complain loudly, frequently. I will bitch about it for years. Probably not, but I'll be annoyed.
Stock Pro also says,
He did it and said it, I can't vote on the clock because I'm too busy paying your taxes.
Yes, right? Liz is too busy filing our taxes, making sure that we pay our taxes.
Stock Pro says that he still gets together with a bunch of guys from the Navy for every year for the last 30 plus years.
30 plus years. Dag gone.
And then
That's commitment, baby.
it's any consolation, my business partner is Army. We only argue over the Army-Navy game.
I looked a couple weeks ago and both Army and Navy football were 7-0.
Really?
I was blown away by Army and Navy were both 7-0. Army has never been good in my lifetime that I can recall.
Yeah.
Navy has at various times had pretty good football teams. It has not been that unusual. I mean, they were never like a serious threat to like win the national title or anything, but Navy has frequently been like a top 25 program. Like,
really?
yeah, Navy's been ranked on a lot of occasions that I can remember. I don't ever remember Army having a good football team. I remember like there's years that Army's beat Navy and won the Army-Navy game. But I think there were a few years like Air Force had a decent team too, actually. But I don't remember Army ever cracking the top 25 that I can recall. I do believe that Army won some national titles back in the 40s. So I think both the service academies, I think, have won the national title before. I know for sure Army's won it, but I think it was in the 40s. But yeah, Army-Navy game that's a special game, man. Like, that's a special game. I think that's something cool. Like, service academies are kind of a super unique thing that is not really replicable elsewhere in the college experience, I would imagine. The Army-Navy game is a big deal. I watch the Army-Navy game every year. I don't like sit there and watch it like kick off to end of game, but like I do actually check in on the Army-Navy game every year. So, and it's a big thing. It has its own weekend. Like, it's the only, I think it's I think a lot of times it's the only game played in college football that weekend.
Oh, is it?
I think it's the only, or one of them, or it's. I think it's at least it's the only game that's played that day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool that like the NCAA lets it have its own, you know, like pageantry and fanfare and whatever.
Yeah.
It's televised, you know, like a bowl game. You know, it's usually like it's usually the only game that those teams play that's like nationally televised, unless Navy's like signing up to get the crap beat out of them by Notre Dame or whatever. I think Notre Dame plays the Service Academies pretty frequently, and of course all the Notre Dame games are televised. But yeah, it's the Army Navy game is like a big deal, and it's very cool. It's something that the service members take a look at and follow. It's more, you know, it's more just another excuse for us to give each other shit. But I don't know anyone that actually cares who wins the game, but like we want our team to win the game so we can like talk shit to the other people. It's a thing.
You said
like,
that's true.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like it's just, you know, we love the other branches of the military. It's like expected. Like if you're an Army guy, you know, you have to like talk shit to the Navy guys and vice versa. But then if like some third party who's not a veteran, whatever, like comes along and like jumps in, then immediately both veterans turn on the third party, like, shut up! This doesn't involve you. You know, me and my retarded brother are fighting, like, you know, don't get involved. We like to pick on each other. It's in good fun though. It's all in the family, so to speak.
Stock Pro said 2 Heismans in Navy history, and Navy is currently ranked 25th in the AP poll.
There you
Go
go.
Navy.
Go Navy. Has Navy lost this year? Seriously, Army and Navy were both 7-0 a couple weeks ago, and now I'm wondering if anybody lost. It's not that weird for Navy to have a decent football team, but it is very weird for Army to be good.
They're 3rd in the AAC. Navy. And then
Say their record.
let's see. Overall they're 6-2.
6-2. Okay.
Yeah,
So they must
Army
have
is
been-
8-0.
Army is 8-0.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. I don't think Army's ever been 8-0 in my lifetime before. It's wild. Have we played anybody good? Probably not.
They
Have we only played teams that suck?
beat. Oh no, they have some losses here. I don't know what I was looking at.
Army does?
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Brad?
Oh, I'm looking at past years. Okay, there
Past years. I think Army last won the national title seriously in like the 40s.
Let's see. They beat the Navy. Oh, that was last year.
The Army Navy game last year was like super. I think it was pretty low scoring, if I recall correctly.
17-11. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it being kind of a slugfest. Army won, right?
Yeah.
Ah! I knew that. I just wanted Brad to say it out loud. Never miss a chance.
The Army killed the Air Force this year.
Air Force sucks, bro.
20-3.
Yeah, Air Force is not a good team. Although Air Force has had some decent seasons. Actually, a kid I went to high school with went to Air Force
Mm-hmm.
to play football.
Oh, nice.
But I do remember a couple years that Air Force was like ranked in the top 25. But they are They were not good historically. They're definitely not good now. Army and Navy are much better than Air Force now. Which makes sense because Air Force people are like sissies.
Stock Pro says my sister and brother-in-law were Air Force.
Air Force, so you'll know. You'll agree with me. They do their fitness training in the morning and they're like out on the golf course with their caramel macchiatos. Air Force, just pansies. Ay, ay, ay.
Stock Pro says I agree.
See? That's right. No Air Force people in here to defend themselves. Even better. Even better, we'll just pile on. We'll just pile on while they're not here to stick up for themselves.
Their boot camp is like going on vacation.
Yeah. Air Force boot camp. Do they even have boot camp? I thought it was like summer camp. Just show up like, ooh. Let's play tag in the woods. Air Force. Ha! Wuss bags. I think they're by far like the most technologically advanced branch of service, though.
I could see that.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's even close. Although I will say, like, I would not, I was not particularly good at my job in the Army, to be honest. I worked very hard every day just to, like, not get kicked out for sucking. Like, just to not get kicked out of my unit for being crappy. I worked very hard to be not even good. Worked obsessively hard every single day just to not even be that good at what I was doing. But all of the gear is like different now. They don't, like, the loadout is completely different. Everything's different. Like, I wouldn't even recognize the shit I did anymore. It's all professionalized now. This guy's got like personal trainers and like meal plans and shit. Like, Winkler was telling me he went, you know, you could see clips on like YouTube or like people post stuff when they go visit or whatever. And
Yeah.
It's like, it's all like way professional now. It's like wild. It's very different from back in the day. From back in the day, it's very different. Much more professional now. I think it's probably harder now to like get into the elite units and stuff. I think it's probably way harder now than it used to be. But I think I think the standards maybe for like the military service in general have been kind of diluted maybe, but I think it's probably like if you wanted to go be like a Navy SEAL, I think it's probably harder now than it's ever been. I think it's probably harder to get into like the SEALs or special forces, you know, like I think you probably have to be a higher caliber soldier to get picked, like to go to SFAS and get picked up and then go to Q and graduate and all stuff. Like I think it's probably harder now than it ever has been. That's just my guess. I don't know that. I have no actual, this is anecdotal. I have no hard evidence to support this assertion. Other than the fact that, like, I know for sure my old unit is, like, much more, like, professionalized and stuff than it was when I was there.
Yeah.
I guarantee. Because these guys have, like, training programs and personal trainers and meal plans and shit now. Like, we didn't have that. It was kind of starting a little bit when I was there.
Yeah.
Like, they were coming out with like meal prep plans and stuff like that, but I believe it's very very like professionalized now. It appears to be, anyway, to me.
Stock Pro says, let me see if an Air Force pilot can land on a carrier.
Dude, landing an airplane on an aircraft carrier has got to be the scariest shit ever.
Right?
Like, that's got to be freaky as hell. I've watched videos of that, and like, well, first off, I've been on an aircraft carrier, and
Those things have to be like floating cities.
you can't imagine. Like, you can't imagine the size of these things. Like, next level. But I have been on an aircraft carrier, and it is spectacular. I was clueless as to where on the ship I was and how to navigate the ship. There's like stenciled numbers and shit all over like every bulkhead that tells you like what side of the ship you're on and where you are on the ship and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
None of which I understood. Yeah, I have been on an actual aircraft carrier. The amount of traffic on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier is mind-blowing. Like, the sheer number of planes that are taking off, landing, taking off, landing, taking off, landing. Like, the logistics, just the logistics involved in running a flight deck on an aircraft carrier is some next level shit. Like, you look at it and you marvel, how does this even happen? Like, it's wild. It is a spectacle. It's impressive. It's shocking. It's genuinely shocking. Like, the amount of planes that are coming and going and coming and going. First off, the amount of planes that are on the aircraft carrier. Like, it's a lot of planes. It's not like there's like 3 airplanes. There's dozens.
Yeah.
There's dozens of airplanes on an aircraft carrier. There's dozens. It is a lot of planes. And the amount of air traffic is nuts. I mean, there are planes coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. And I imagine like that you're trying to land an airplane at, I don't know how fast they're going when they're landing on an aircraft carrier, but I imagine it's hundreds of miles an hour. It's got to be 180, 200 miles an hour. I don't know. Can we Google that? Like, how fast is a plane going when it lands on an aircraft carrier? I'm gonna guess that it's probably gonna be measured in not miles per hour, but I'm gonna guess it's 160 knots.
Stock Pro says typically 80 aircraft, but can be as high as 100 aircraft.
Yeah,
That is
dude, it's staggering. It's staggering. I'm telling you.
land
Like,
about 250 knots.
250 knots. How many miles an hour is that? It's like 270 probably.
When it hits the third line. Wow. So it lands even 250 knots is 287.
287 miles an
That
hour.
is
So you're coming in
crazy.
at 300 fucking miles an hour. Pardon my French. Like, you're coming in at like IndyCar speeds, right? You're driving a freaking Formula 1 car. Like, that's how fast you're going.
Yeah.
And you're trying to land this thing that's moving at 300 miles an hour on a flight deck that's moving,
Yep.
that's going up and down. Like, there's pitch and yaw and this. So that's got to be one of the hardest things ever. That's got to be psychotically hard. And it's got to be freaky. So you're trying to like hook a cable you can't see with a hook you can't see on a flight deck you can't see, doing 300 miles an hour in the middle of the frickin' night in the middle of the frickin' ocean when you can't see a bloody thing. Like, that's got to be the ballsiest job in sports, dude.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Seriously.
Like, that's wild. That's got to be one of the hardest things to do, I imagine. But that's crazy. That's crazy. And them dudes just come and go and come and go and come and go. And they got these Navy crew chiefs that run the flight decks, and like these dudes are wild.
How long is the runway?
I don't know. Not long enough. It doesn't
Yeah,
look.
I mean-
It doesn't look like there's enough space for these things to take off.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like watching a plane take off from an aircraft carrier is bonkers, bro.
I can imagine.
It's crazy. The amount of planes, just the number of planes, the amount of traffic, the number of takeoffs and landings. It is a 24/7 hive of activity, the likes of which you can't imagine. It's nuts. It is next level. Next level impressive. You out of here?
Gotta go finish that.
Okay. See you tomorrow? You coming in tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
You still work here? Oh no.
I don't know. Do I still work here?
I just worry that you're gonna quit one day.
One day I will.
Talk like that.
You're the one that started it.
I said you were gonna retire someday.
And then you just said that I'm gonna come in one day and quit.
I hope not.
Trust me, if I'm gonna quit, I'm not coming in.
She's like, I'm not coming in. If I'm gonna, I'll just text you. I'll just text you later. Right? I got your number. I'll just text you. Hopefully she stays forever. All right, how'd I do, Bradsky? How we looking?
Looks pretty good.
You looking good here?
Yeah.
Looks like it's Brad approved.
This is Brad approved.
Brad approved. Okay.
The all white build.
Oh, Brad. Did a thing, buddy.
Uh-oh.
You know what I did?
No.
Not so much what I did as what I didn't do.
Is it the...
I gotta put the little support
No.
bracket on. I didn't put the little nub.
Yes, we'll turn this one on. We'll do a will it post.
Oh, are we gonna post this one?
Yeah.
Don't bet against me.
And Sorcerer Von Freud said that they're back from voting.
Yes. More voting. More. Like the more. Like the Harry Potter.
Yeah. Alright guys, will it post and have everything work is in the top of Twitch chat. Good way to earn some channel points that you can use to redeem
More.
Go
More
ahead.
voting.
More voting.
More voting. You are an eligible voter. It's a personal insult if you don't vote. Mean it. Alright, there we go. What am I doing to this thing, Brad? There we go. What am I like? Why is this glass panel kicking my ass? What? I'm looking at this like, am I trying to like put the wrong glass panel on the wrong case? Like, what am I doing? Okay. Alright, there we go.
Got it.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Dude, what an idiot. Alright, I got it now. Just lining up my hooks. Hooks. I think I'm not landing an airplane or an aircraft.
Yeah,
carrier.
right.
I can't even line up the hooks on my glass panel. You're going right over the side of the ship. Don't vote against me. Nobody better vote against me. Is there anybody voting against me, Brad?
Yeah, me.
Ban them. You're voting against me?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Someone's
Right.
gotta vote no, otherwise nobody gets any points.
No. Don't vote no. Don't vote against me. If anyone votes no, ban them from the
Yeah.
channel.
Oh, we just got another 100 on no.
Another 100 on no, you about to be just...
But 28k or 2.8k on yes.
Yeah, see? People have confidence in me.
You're all fired. No soup for you.
Yeah. No soup for you.
B-
One
B-
year.
BC Murray voted no and said gotta play the odds.
Gotta play the odds. You're gonna lose. Those are the odds. The odds are I'm gonna win. All right, here we go. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I did the thing, Brad. I hope the poll
We're ready.
hope the poll is ready. We did the thing. I can already tell you this is gonna be a win. Don't vote against me. Ever. Actually, vote against me. Do vote against me. I love it when people vote against me. I love it when people are like, how are you going to compete with Alienware? Are you going to start that stupid little company in your garage? Doubt me. Doubt me.
What's up, cornbread?
Yes, mock me. Tell me my ideas are stupid. Tell me I can't succeed. Please. Please. Do it. Bring me your hate. Thrive on it. All the people that told me what a stupid idea this company was, which was literally everyone. How are you going to compete with Alienware? There's already so many brands in the market. No one's going to find you. Did we post? Oh, we posted.
We posted?
We posted.
Sweet.
Of course we posted. You know what they say, Brad? Unfortunately, there must be a loser. And if you voted against me, you are the loser. Doubt me.
Cornbread said your idea is stupid. You can't succeed.
That's right. Bring it on. Yes.
Alienware is hot, loud, and mediocre.
Hot, loud, and mediocre. My nicknames in high school. Hot, loud, and mediocre.
Yeah.
AKA me.
Was there any not post build? I can count on one hand that had it happen. Yeah, every once in a while. It's
Every
very
now and
rare.
then, you'll get like a bad RAM
Yeah.
kit, or the power supply will blow up,
Yeah.
or Jacob will forget to plug in a fan,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Very,
Like,
very, very
look, I mean, dude, I make mistakes when I build PCs. That's why we QC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because every now and then we forget to plug something in, like a light cable or whatever. We're just people, man. We make mistakes. All right, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. That's our two. That's our two.
There are two.
Only took me like 6 years. Where's Jacob? He's much faster than you. Yeah. Give the people what they want. Jacob will be back tomorrow. You know, calm down. Sheesh. Tomorrow, we'll know who hopefully, God, knock on wood, tomorrow we'll know who won the election. Please, God, let there be a winner.
Yeah.
I want it decisive, baby. I don't want any of this like, we'll find out next Thursday. No, we'll find out today. Today.
Ruru says, does this come with pre-downloaded RAM? Yes.
Yes, you can download more RAM if you need to.
Cornbread says you should do the whole build with whole build with that mocking voice.
Yeah. No, Jacob doesn't do it that way. He doesn't route the fan cable like that. Jacob puts the power supply in first.
Fumiyomo says, yes, I want Jacob to build mine.
Yeah. Bring me your hate. Ungrateful internet people. Ungrateful netizens. Do they still say netizens?
I don't think so.
Are you old enough to remember that?
No.
They used to call them netizens.
Netizens?
Netizens, like citizens of the internet. Netizens.
Oh.
They call like netizens everywhere. It's like you would read like the old school reporters, you know, like the old journalists, like back when they did real journalism. And they like actually vetted their sources and wouldn't report stuff if it wasn't true. And they wouldn't like twist people's words and stuff.
Yeah.
They would actually provide the context. You might not remember this. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since that happened. But they used to say like netizens when the internet was first like burgeoning and like more and more people were like going online.
Mm-hmm.
Like online. It was a thing, man.
No, I remember it was like 97, And my dad's like, yeah, we got internet. I'm like, cool, can I go on it? And he's like, sure. And he hooked me up, and I'm like, okay, what do I do?
What do I do? I remember the first time I found like a search engine.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I was like, I was with my buddy Matt Brown because we didn't have the internet in my house.
Yeah.
But Matt had like, both. I had a friend from school that had the internet at his house, and he was like showing me how to like do an internet search. I was like, we can search for anything. He's like, yeah. It's like, anything? He's like, yeah, anything. He's like, anything you want to search for, just type it in the box. No way. It's crazy. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. You know, and I'm like, boobs.
Yeah.
like, boobies. Like typing it in, you know. It's like, it's probably like 10. Like type it, you know. Search for whatever I want. Whoa. Wild. Wild to be this old. Like, I tell my kids that I'm older than Google. Like, which my older kids like get it, but my younger kids are like, whoa, Dad's older than Google. Like, Google's not even old. Shut up. God, Google's not even old. I'm older than Google. Although Google's older than you think it is, probably.
I think it was the early 90s,
I
probably.
think Google's like 90s. I bet Google's a 90s company. Or Alphabet now, excuse me.
When was Google founded?
Probably like 97.
98. Oh, wow.
Yes.
So I'm older than Google, too. Shit.
See? See?
Wow.
Ha! Old man. Bro, old.
Do
Alright.
you remember Shrek, Your Old, that came out in 2008?
Shrek. Yeah,
oh, Shrek came out early 2000s.
dude. 08? That's not early 2000s. Shrek? When did Shrek come out?
I was like 10 when Shrek
Who
came
voiced Shrek?
out. Mike Myers.
Mike Myers, that's right.
Yeah, 2001. Yeah.
And as Eddie Murphy was Donkey, right?
Yep.
Eddie Murphy voiced Donkey.
Yep. John Lithgow was Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. I remember thinking he was the funniest character in Shrek when I first saw Shrek.
I didn't because I was like 11. I didn't understand why his name was so funny
Yeah.
until like 10 years ago when I thought about it.
I don't know. Dude, I watch old cartoons and like catch all the like veiled references and stuff now, and I'm like,
Right?
wow, this like SpongeBob. Dude, SpongeBob was made for adults. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep.
SpongeBob was totally adult television. I saw a guy with a tattoo of Master Shake the other day.
Master Shake.
From Aqua Teen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw a guy with a Master Shake tattoo from Aqua Teen. I was like, no way. I was like, wow, that's a real tattoo. Of Master Shake from Aqua Teen. I was like, dang, that's commitment.
Yeah, seriously.
Not what I would get a tattoo of, but interesting nonetheless. We should do that. I should get a tattoo. I haven't gotten tattooed in a long time. Should get a new tattoo. We should do a contest, and like whoever wins can pick what I get tattooed. That'd be dangerous.
That could be dangerous.
We could live stream it. Like, there's got to be rules though. I'm not getting like a face tattoo or a neck tattoo. No.
I don't believe it.
Like, yeah, I'm not getting like a face tattoo or a neck tattoo. No. Like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not getting a face tattoo. Gonna drive a Tesla.
Stock Pro 11 has gifted 1 subs to viewers.
Go vote.
Stock Pro just gave gift sub. Just got a gift sub.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Good job, guys. Thanks.
Election day. Thanks for spending some time with us. Go vote.
Go vote.
If you are an eligible voter and you have not voted, go vote. Unless you are literally giving birth to a baby. Stop what you're doing and go vote. Jacob, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep, we'll be live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Well, maybe a little sooner. I don't know.
With your real favorite.
Yeah. All right, see you guys later.